chimney, chimney. None of the presents under the tree was for me. I forced the kid to be his own family. It sounds fucked up, but nigga, that's me. I hated how my mama just took off. I guess she was mad the way that she got shook off from dad. Grandma did the best she could. Yes, man, but I still did it hand to hand. I still sold packs and grams. And I still lived off the land, trying to stack some grams. And I still try to be something that I'm not. The other dude like that, you know the next man. Why not the best man? Let me know. This life's a test, man. Yes, it is. I'm just asking before I die. Can somebody tell me who I am? Goddamn. Is my pops Paul or Sam? Or that cat that be picking up cans? Or that dude that you used to fight? I seen the mail, mama. That nigga in Clinton. Am I from Harlem or Brooklyn? I don't know. Spring Valley or Charlston? I don't know. A few cats haven't where I've been, so I know y'all understand where I'm at with it. Anybody that ever been through anything in their life? Just vibe with me. It's all the struggle. We can overcome anything. Persistence overcomes resistance in every aspect of life. Rock with me, understand. Now I'm in the scheme of things. The Benz, the Bentley, Coops, the beam of things. The goat, the dope, the triple beam and things. I'm getting money. You know the dream of things. Man, I thought I was a shit, had a Benz, but I lived in my neighbor's basement. Here's the question. How can a young nigga be so old? How can a hot nigga be so cold? How can an old nigga be so dumb? How can a smart nigga be so dumb? How can a cool nigga be such a nerd? With no wings, how can I be a bird? How come getting what I deserve is so unheard and so absurd? Why am I still here? So many niggas is gone that was born my year. Scoot up writing this rhyme, I had to shed a tear, cause I've been waiting so long to say this shit here. Y'all know where I'm at. That's just how it was. I smile now, but I smile and stop crying. Yeah. Yeah. Too big. Yeah.
You're that real New York Tommy, you heard? I got CAMPBELL with me, you know the vibe, nigga. Alright, you trendsetters. Running on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I told her mama move over, I'ma pave the way. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way. Sharp, should be swimming with the fishes. Yellow diamond should be looking like I'm pissing. Still bang on a nigga Blake Griffin. Fuck a shotless, we get a nigga lifted. All this money in the wall like Yowda. To you the MMG, you know a nigga got his crowd up. We gon' get it, I have a counted every hour. Motor white like Tommy Red Ghost, they got the power. I've been that nigga since 9-6. Only run with trappers, killers, and convicts. See my man kill with a smile, been calm 6. Shots at the V, we making the car flip. We lost Grizzle, and we ain't trying to lose again. Head tap him, if he move, niggas shoot again. War time, we got no picks, niggas shoot his friend. Ain't no doubling back, we can't get cool again. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I tell her mama move over, I'ma pave the way. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way.
Time, but I see clear. Gotta thank the man above, cause I know without him I wouldn't be here. But let's just be clear, I really set the bar high. Kept my wheels going through the storm like a car shot. They ain't with you till you pull up in that hard top and make it disappear from a button, watch they heart drop. My bars hot, but my delivery immaculate. Beam with a scope, so when it fire, it's accurate. Ice got my neck all froze, look like I fractured it. It's the type of shit you gon' have to go save your taxes with. Real niggas still around, let's get back to it and separate these Instagram niggas from who was actually lit. Before rap, I was trafficking OT, getting pounds, breaking down the fractions of OZs. I had to wait my turn to watch the game from the nosebleeds. I'm from the Bronx where niggas go to war with their cold D's. Right, so I'm sorry if I don't trust you, nigga. Before I take from a man, I'd rather hustle, nigga. I executed my plan and got destructive with it. Real nigga, Hall of Fame, I better get inducted in it. I can't respect them, you don't check on your kids. Running around with some niggas, got you ready to bid. You don't give respect unless I see respect what you give. But whip for this sig, to separate his neck and his wing.
100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I told her mama move over, I'ma pave the way. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way.
Weight pit, deadlift, cameras at my door, time for a said trip. No body shots, leaving his head split. Shotty up close, blast your legs split. Brillo, R.I.U. My gun kick like you know Kung Fu. Get home till you turn blue. When you in that cell going through hell, it's only you. Niggas leave, money go, bitches too. Red laser on your shirt, no missing you. Automatics, binary, switches too. Chanel or Celine, shotgun, red, yellow shells in the machine. Gotta cut him out his jeans. Back to the basics, sweatpants and Asics. Stand through this Holliston window with all patience. Rat niggas be wired up, y'all all agents. Find your body is something boarded up, vacant.
100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, had to make a way. I told her mama move over, I'ma pave the way. 100 on my wrist, watch me change the game. You told on your homies, love ain't the same. I see my mama struggle, I'ma make a way. I told her mommy move over, I'ma pave the way.
Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes. You super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. And we already know right now YouTube is being disrespectful. They're not sending the notifications out at all. Anybody that's been on this channel, y'all know better. Even my pre-recorders get more faster views and incoming than what they doing right now. But it is what it is. The show must go on. You know, this is the colonizers' platform, and right now it's all about control. It's all about control. It's us versus the algorithm of Satan. There's a reason why there's so many celebrities, so many rappers becoming podcasters. Harriet Tubman said she would have freed more slaves if they would have knew they were slaves. How do you free the mind of people who want to be entertained while the world, the earth, is getting ready to turn upside down? How do you free the mind of a people who are so entertained that they can't see the ship that they're sailing on is sinking?
The most valuable currency you have are the relationships you have, your friends. In my opinion, she's burned every bridge she's ever been associated with. Whether that's Turning Point USA, whether that's the Daily Wire, whether that's PragerU, Charlie Kirk, Steven Crowder, I don't know what's going on even in this room, but it's not like we're loving what she's doing these days. I'm asking you a serious question. Who are her friends at this point?
Well,
To
I
me,
do
she's
think
very lonely.
No, I think she's very close with Tucker. I do think she has.
How many more can you name, though? Other than Tucker,
Yeah.
genuine question. I'm not trying to throw her under the bus. Who's Candace's friends? Who are her allies? Can we name a name? Anyone?
Oh,
Anyone?
she's got more than you would believe.
Name a name.
No, she's got a lot of them.
I'm sure that there's
She does.
Twitter army out there.
Yeah,
But what famous names advocates are saying, I'm with Candace? Tucker, maybe? Who else?
No,
I can't name one.
First thing I'd like to clarify is I have never been friends with Steven Crowder. I just feel like that is really not good dirt to throw on my name. I just have better intuition than that. Secondly, my friend Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck, hence the reason we're doing this entire podcast investigation into what actually happened on that day. Now, you seem to be naming employers regarding the Daily Wire. I am still friends with every single one of my colleagues that I was friends when I went in there. And yeah, when you leave a job, you don't tend to hang out with management on your way out. So I'm not sure what you're referencing here. If you mean that I am not one of those basic bitches who needs to post every second of when I'm hanging out with people so that people think that I'm cool and I'm surrounded by individuals, you would be right. Because I'm a person who grew up on Kanye West's music, and it's so funny that I was blasting his early music, one of his first songs, All Falls Down, and he speaks about this. This is how they create the Matrix. Insecure men speak like that, okay? They want people who are insecure to allow terrible things to happen because they say, well, you can hang out with me. You can hang out with me. All you have to do is just not talk about the Epstein files, and you might get invited to Mar-a-Lago. Don't you want to be invited to Mar-a-Lago? Don't you want to go to Mar-a-Lago? Then why don't you look away when we talk about children being abused? It's so weird. Like, don't you want to have, like, really all of the invites to Mar-a-Lago? And you can hang out and get dressed up and hang out with cool people in Hollywood if you just look the other way when children are being abused. This is that mentality, okay? It's disgusting, it's gross, but more importantly, it is insecure. So I want to remind you guys that your real friends do not need to be famous, okay? My best friends are not famous, and you should be close with your family. You should have real value in your life. Part of the Matrix requires you to have this sort of instinct to think celebrities are cool and that they glitter and they're golden. The majority of them are pretty effed up and drunk. That's the reality.
Are you not entertained? See, me, I don't really trust nobody like that. But if you listen to a person when they get in front of a camera, and I know a lot of y'all sitting up there like, oh, we don't rock with Candace. How you not going to rock with a woman that switched her whole style up? And she's taking on a fight. Now they talking about she might get a TV turned off. That the evildoers is trying to rock her snot box. Why? Because she talking about saving the children and she want to see those files? Because even though we don't rock with Charlie Kirk like that, a nigga that got his TV turned off in front of everybody, his number one mission when he got his TV turned off, when that nigga snot box got rocked, he was looking to see those files. Black people, black children all across America is missing. But nobody cares. Where you think those children are ending up at? Where do you think that those children are ending up at? The world is a battlefield right now. The problem is we're not prepared for battle. We prepared for Friday night. The world is a battlefield right now. Countries are on high alert. Militaries is on high alert. Police is on high alert. And we party and bullshit and party. Like, how many times I gotta tell y'all it's time for us to put ourselves on punishment? Most of us ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. And then the other half of us is just delusional. You know, I was sitting up there listening to Charlston White and Tasha K, that interview. Y'all gotta really listen to Charlston White so you can understand who he is and what role he's playing. Or is he playing a role? Because, you know, I think a lot of y'all fail to realize that y'all forgot that I brought Charlston White, me and Timbo, Infomons, brought that nigga to social media. And when he was lying and running around lying, I still believed in him. So I said, yeah, he's in character. That's where he got that from. He got it from me. Him being into character. I am a co-host of AM Wake Up. Steve, Mondays at 10, we cover these topics and made more. And we be dope having you on anyway to reach out. Thank you, family. Thank you for sponsoring that war. We can look into that. Who made this coat? This coach is from DeRucci. Not Fordham Road. Not Fordham Road. Like you got niggas like Gully TV running around, running his mouth, talking about a nigga shop on Fordham Road. Yeah, I go back to Fordham Road and support where I'm from. I'm not supposed to go back to the hood and support where I'm from. The only difference is when I go to the hood, it's because I'm hood. When he go to the hood because he ain't got no choice, nigga, you still stuck in the same apartment, the same house that you grew up in with your mother, still living with your mother. You look at the nigga shooting videos, look at the bookshelves behind them. They outdated, my nigga. You running around with flashy coats and clothes on, but you ain't updating them walls in your house. You still got panels on the wall, nigga. Your walls is outdated. But you running around talking about you fly? I don't have to keep quiet while I have sex in my house because my mother living in the next room. But got the audacity to be calling niggas bums on the internet. What? Who? I couldn't even fathom still living in the same neighborhood I grew up in 40, 50 years ago. Mentally, you got to be bugged out and you got to be entrapped to still live in the same house with your mother that you was born in. Nasty work. That's like getting ready to go down on a female when you see herpes bumps down there. Nasty work. But y'all need to really listen. Matter of fact, we're gonna go through some of this Charlston White, man. We're gonna go through some of this Candace Owens and Charlston White because I think y'all really need to hear what the nigga be saying. I don't know if this nigga CIA, FBI, or they created some new COINTELPRO, but something ain't right about him.
So I didn't come on her playing. I didn't play no character. That was me. That was the spirit of the man. Most people don't get that because it leaves me vulnerable.
Some people get irritated. They're like, why did you interview him? I'm like, because why not?
What have
I sat down with Kevin Samuels.
So check that. What have I done wrong with anybody other than came on the internet and told you I'm playing a character, that this is really not me? Y'all want me to be what y'all see. I'm out there in real life.
You are very nice.
I'm
very nice, very
I'm very mannerable. Yeah, I'm a gentleman.
Very mannerable.
That's why you don't hear no woman shoot my business to you.
That's true.
And I fuck with a lot of hoes. I fuck with a lot of hoes.
So you respect your own.
I'm a gentleman. I don't all of my good. It's a difference.
What you mean?
All men love their ego stroke.
Okay.
All men of money.
Okay.
That's why Hugh Hefner kept a lot of women around him. I keep women around me because I like my ego stroke.
So you don't keep
I don't keep around me. So I was raised in a house with a loving, nurturing mother, right? Who had friends. So I was always, but I had uncles. I had negative elements of men around me constantly. My mother would take us to the barbershop. My granddad owned the barbershop. So I got to see all kind of. My uncle was a pimp. I grew up in a hospital. So I fell in the washing machine at 5, put my eye out at 7. From 7 to 13, I'm in the hospital, in and out of the hospital.
That nigga grew up in the hospital because he was a goddamn he's a test tube baby. The nigga was a lab rat. I don't think y'all understand.
So having surgery. I had 9 eye surgeries. So I had a private white tutor who tutored me almost from 5 to 3rd grade.
So you was advanced.
Very advanced. Yeah. That's why I'm advanced in evening. You try to argue with me online.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know why you just playing with them.
It's fun. It's intellectual. It's fun to me. Because I think most dumb. They didn't go to school with me. Most niggas ain't go to school with white people from the 80s. From the 80s, you know what I'm saying? So I've always had a higher education than most.
So it's safe to say that Charlston White is saying that white people are more advanced and more smarter than black people. Press 1 in the comment section if you agree.
Black America.
Come on, Cat Williams.
Yeah. So y'all think
y'all met yet?
He don't like me for whatever reason. That's what I hear.
No way.
That's what I hear. He don't like. So you gotta think. I lost my eye, so I couldn't go to school.
Okay.
So I was partially. So after I had my eye surgery.
Y'all know in Islam it says that the devil has one eye, right? Charlston White got one eye. You do the math.
This eye probably couldn't open up for months. So I had a tutor. So I was taught oral. I could hear things and retain information. I never really got to play with children. I was always in and out of the hospital, nurtured. So
it was around adults.
Yeah, I was always around adults. So there's a lot of shit been poured into me. So my mind and the information I have is like a file cabinet. But I don't know what's in there until people talk to me. Most black people, I got to dumb down. I always been like that in school. So I was a kid that could sit in the front and raise his hand. But because I had a disability, I was insecure around other children. So I would be funny, act out, and be a class clown to distract other people. If you ask me about my eye, I hit you in your mouth.
Oh.
That was my defense mechanism. Still off on you. To teach other people not to ask me about my eye. So nobody ever asked me about my eye till I got on the internet.
Are you shocked at where, because I'm going to tell you something, Charles, like you really, like we just discussed this, you are polarizing.
I was like that as a kid.
When I saw you sell out Baltimore, congratulations on that.
Yeah.
I said, that's some gangster shit. It's hard to sell out
It
Baltimore.
is. It is hard to make them people laugh.
It is.
Coming there playing the switch.
It ain't hard to make somebody laugh when you just stole from everybody, every comedian, you just stole from every podcaster that took a little bit of, but I want y'all to listen because he said so much into this interview. He said so much that you can't even skip over the nigga. Once you show me who you are, there's no turning back. I believe you, my nigga.
When you sell out Baltimore, Baltimore, New York, Philly,
I sold out New York,
where they make
I sold out Philly.
That's where the hardest comedians come out of. And so, like, to see you go from, just the internet to in people's faces. So you're not just an internet figure, like you are now.
So I've had my own Live Nation tour that TK Kirkland matter. Live Nation came back and made it right. Man, I sold out 5 shows in Orlando with TK Kirkland. And he cashed out me $250.
No.
Yeah. He don't know. I heard the manager saying,
now my nigga TK Kirkland, he gave a nigga $250 for 5 shows. That is disrespectful. That don't even cover the hotel room. Wow.
They put my name on the website. The tickets was selling. So that 5 shows, they cashed out me $250.
Because I was like, who goes to TJ Kirkland show?
We were selling out all House of Blues. Anyone paying me at all. Eventually, Live Nation came back and paid me. But
you still showed up.
So what I did, I showed up. So I went from.
Because those are your.
So I went from May to August. Went from. Let me see. We went from. We did Miami Fountain Blue House of Blues, Las Vegas House of Blues, Dallas House of Blues, Houston House of Blues.
Probably skip past some of that. I don't care about your House of Blues story, my nigga.
Eric is very.
That's what made me go back to Eric because I know now I done got too big and I'm good at what I'm doing. I need the proper guidance.
Eric is very good.
So that's why I got with Eric. Yeah, that's why I got with Eric.
Yeah, shout out to Eric.
Yeah, my boy.
He's like, you ain't doing no shows this year. Nope, I don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I love my fans. I really love my fans.
I love being on stage.
I love being on stage too.
I don't care about you being on stage.
It's who went home with their mama who watched Jerry and Maury and take in that shit.
I was Jerry and Maury.
Yeah, so the black woman joined the fight that wasn't hers with feminism. Women's suffrage was the white woman's fight, not the black woman. We still didn't have no rights.
At the same time, when we were joining their fight.
Yeah, so
shit, it's still like that to this day.
That's what I'm talking about. The black woman got her own struggle and her own fight, separately from anybody in the world with her man. No other group of men have been done like the black men have.
So now to see white women preferring black men over their own men,
Yeah.
which decreases the amount of men that's made available.
Because nobody is more loving in a male atmosphere than a black man.
Explain.
The Mexican is a male chauvinist. He's the Latin lover is abusive male. The Arab is abusive male. They're not loving, they're not charming, they're not affectionate. The black man is. That's why we're slick talkers. That's why we're good liars, and you get a woman just lying with that bullshit we say.
You don't think it have anything to do with y'all dicks?
This is what Charlston is dangerous at. The nigga's a smart dude. This is what Charlston is very dangerous at, because he's a very, very smart dude. Very, very smart. That's why you gotta listen to him. Charlston White remind me of the nigga that, like how he's describing the black man. Niggas will slick talk you right into your life, get you pregnant, then leave you to take care of them kids by yourself.
That's that too. That's the mystique to it. Cause all niggas can't good with them big dicks.
True.
But I
would rather a nigga with a big dick that can't do nothing than a small dick.
A little dick nigga that suck your pussy and eat your ass, that say all the romantic things that you want to hear, satisfied.
You might as well be gay.
Well, you'll sneak and get that big dick, you know what to call. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know how to go get what you want.
I did it one time. I'm not to say that all Asian men like that, but I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
You can't go from an African to an Asian.
So feminism are angry women who think they're equal to men and want the same equal rights as men until it's time to be a woman.
So you feel like women are not equal to men?
No female and male in nature are equal. No animal, no beast. So what make and the design of male and female were never to be equal. That's why our muscles, our shoulders are separated from you guys. So that's why we were never designed to be equal.
You feel like that triggers a lot of people when you say that?
Yeah. So if you want to be equal, go play NFL football.
I'm not doing
That's what I'm. Go let Ray Lewis. Let's go.
So how many of y'all agree? If y'all agree with Charlston White on that, press 1 in the comment section. If you disagree, press 2. Some agree, some don't. I'm gonna leave it there. I ain't arguing with no female about whether they equal or not. The truth of the matter is, I'm gonna keep it real with you. In today's time, some men can't survive without a woman. Like literally, niggas can't even go out there to fish. The woman going to do everything while niggas is playing PlayStation. So I'm gonna just leave that one.
I would tackle Stephon Diggs. So that's what I'm saying. So if you really think we equal, when it's time, when I hit you, let me hit you back, and the police not get involved, and if it's mutual combative. If we're really equal, bitch, okay, let me hit you across your head, then like we do. Cause you say if a little girl hit a little boy, hey, don't hit her back.
I guarantee you, if my wife hit Charlston White, she'll beat him up. Yeah, I guarantee you it. He can't beat my wife, but whatever.
I tell my son, go hit that bitch back. He said, go hit her back. Because if anybody have anything to say to me, anything hit it back. If it hits you, girl, boy, hit it back.
But you know you're stronger than a woman.
Well, because if I stand there, I done seen with scars on their face because she done scratched him up, scratches on her neck. He took it. And now he got permanent markings on his face. I've seen that. I can't defend myself. My nature is to react. I'm not gonna go against my nature because you're a woman. It's against your nature to attack me. It's against your nature to argue and go back and forth.
But some of y'all be pissing us off though.
Listen, when a woman get pissed off, she quit talking, leave, go.
So what if they don't go?
911. It's always been like that with a woman. It's always been like that with a woman. Women don't put up with nothing that compromises her value and her belief system. Little girls do. Bitches do. Hoes do for fun. prostitutes do for
Well,
financial.
you know, you got to break that down because these women finna get tight with that.
A whole have fun.
See, this is the part of Charlston that I like. Charlston got things that I like about him, but you got to listen to them. You got to listen to this one-eyed devil.
Hoes get loose and have fun. Bitches are divas with attitudes. Nobody really likes a diva. Nobody really likes bad bitches. It's an arrogance that bad bitches walk with, a bitch walk with. An entitlement mindset. You got to give her something.
New York niggas like bad bitches.
Hoes will give freely because it's in a female's nature to be a giver. Hoes don't complain about mistreatment. They just want to have fun.
And what about women?
Women got standards, morals, and principles. They're quiet, and they're hardly seen.
Which do you prefer?
A hoe. I don't want no woman. My mama was a woman. I don't want no woman. You can't get a woman off her schedule, off her structure.
If you want a hoe out there, press 1 in the comment section. If you don't want a woman, you want a hoe, press 1 in the comment section.
You can't get her to call in work to stay in and fucking suck dick all day. And she got bills. You can't do that. A hoe will lose her job and everything for the fun and the excitement and the thrills for her desires. A bitch will fumble it because she got attitude. A lady's presence amongst men make men straighten up. Say, man, you know, when a lady, her presence, she ain't got to talk. She can get out the car. Say, man, put that out. But in a woman too, a lady is a trait. A woman is the individual. So my mama was a woman. Her youngest sister was mine, who had my Uncle Curtis. She was a hoe in the project with a bunch of kids having fun, fighting, getting high. Mother Annie was a mean bitch, and my grandmama was all of them. And I had an uncle, and I had an uncle who was a pimp who kept me with him, and I got to see and engage his hoes.
I don't believe shit he's saying about him. Nothing. I believe that nigga was a test tube baby. He was a lab rat, raised in a facility.
So let's talk about marriage. Because we talked about marriage a little bit on our last interview.
We talked a lot about mine.
Shit went.
You know, a lot of people was, you know, up on that, but you know the truth. My mama told me, the truth don't care about nobody's feelings, and neither do God. So tell the truth.
Can hoes turn into wives?
Hoes make the best housewives. Hoes understand men more than anybody. That's why run the hoes and have fun and party and keep a hoe with them and everything. That's why they want a hoe.
So you don't feel like a wife can be both?
No.
A hoe and a...
Most women suppress their whole nature, their whole spirit. Suppress it to maintain the dignity of their reputation.
You don't feel like women that are entrepreneurs, like, naturally can, I mean, because if you have the ability to build companies and stuff like that.
It's natural. Women are more sexual than men. Men are just perverted by thoughts. Women, hoes are loose for sleeping with anybody. One night stand. Women may secretly have a one night stand. Hoes have them regularly. Hoe can't stay in the house. Hoe every club, every concert. Hoe is running to it.
Can't wash no clothes.
Hoes is running to it. Their whole life is about thrills, feels, attention, and excitement.
So
women.
Y'all don't notice that Charlston White dresses just like me? If you agree, put a 1 in the comment section. That Charlston White dresses just like me. You want me to take you back to the images of what he used to dress like? Charlston White dresses just like a New York nigga, but he swear to God that he hate New York niggas. Y'all never seen Charleston White dressing like that. When y'all seen Charleston White wearing baseball caps? When? Remember, we used to always make fun and see the bald spot in the top of his head before he cut it and he had the dreads? Stop it. Y'all can hate all y'all want to.
It's about goals, family, religion, something like that. Bitches about their past. The last who hurt them. So every relationship they get in, she bringing her, she stuck on the last nigga. The bitch move on with the baggage. So she just grown, she's angry. And she got standards that matches her anger, not her reality.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Because I'm thinking of like people that I know.
It's a bitch mean in the mug, telling niggas,
I'm like,
man.
See, when you got somebody that steals your style, your intellectual property, when niggas sit up there talking about who cares, fuck you mean who cares? When somebody comes steal your shit, it's called plagiarism. When they steal your quotes, your sayings, even your family stories, down to where I was sitting up there talking about how my uncle used to be having a fight with a girl, throw her down the steps, then bring her back upstairs and have sex with her. The nigga done stole my whole stories. All my sayings. Don't tell me who cares. Nigga, eat a dick. That's who cares me. Fuck is you talking about? Some of you niggas ain't got nothing to steal. So y'all don't care. Don't nobody want nobody running around stealing their intellectual property and then going on other platforms and using your intellectual property.
Mean
I'm in
that
my
bitch.
head like that could be that could be right.
Mean that bitch.
Right. It's called copyright infringement.
I've never seen my mother angry. I've seen her frustrated.
I don't want to hear about your mother. Let's get past that hoe.
The behavior makes you popular among black people. The academic mind makes you popular among white people. So I learned to act up among black people. They all acting up.
They love the show. We love the
Shit,
show.
I put on good. Because the teacher started saying, when they meet my mama, from the juvenile work of the judge, my mother's grace and dignity have always been the mercy that white people bestow upon me because of my mother. It's because your mama, boy. I know you're raised different. So anytime you get in trouble, that's why they want to know, was your mama on drugs, your grandparent? They want to look at your lineage. They would look at my mama and say, I know you're raised different. He's just trying to fit in. He's a wannabe. And I was the best wannabe motherfucker you can find.
Where's your father?
Oh, he died. He died today. But I would see my father regularly. Okay. But he was shell shocked from the military, from the Vietnam.
I told you he was a test tube, baby. Stop lying, Charleston.
And get him over here. And I do a good job of it. So Charlie Kirk was groomed, propped, and
hold up, I might have went too far. We don't want to go too far.
Cause mama been, she been the matriarch for so long. So yeah, she get that hard to do. Yeah, that hard to do. Yeah, that hard to do.
Well, shout out
but the man she married was once her boyfriend when we was young.
So she was getting digged down.
All right, come on. Let's skip a little bit more. We don't want to hear about that nigga mama.
Bill had been around since Bill, mama and Bill.
Fuck Bill.
So don't send me that. So I'm free to come out and play with y'all. Hell, I want to play. My mom gonna get back. I was like, yeah.
So let me ask you something, because I know that you had lost a lot of comedy shows behind your Charlie Kirk comedy.
Here we go.
You were close to the family.
Yeah. So yeah, real close by way of the Stein family, another Jewish family.
So Charlie Kirk is Jewish.
I don't know what he is. But I know he said something against his.
Y'all gotta listen carefully. Did you just hear what Charleston said? That him and Charlie Kirk was close through a Jewish family. Press 1 if you heard that. Pay attention. Because there's a method to my madness. I think I just need for y'all to know who y'all be listening to.
real. Yeah, well, let me
Yeah, go ahead.
so let me just say
You're
this.
from Asia.
So Alex Stein, I would do the prime time with Alex Stein show, which is a very conservative Trump buddy.
Yeah.
So I'm in that circle. When Aiden Ross done the interview with Trump, I was supposed to be there, but I was out on bond and couldn't pass a Secret Service clearance. So initially, I spoke positive. When Aiden called me on Discord and Kick, I was like, oh man, that's sad to hear. So I vaguely remember being on Alex Stein's show for maybe 30 seconds with Charlie Kirk. After he died, I started seeing videos, looking at him. I spent all night researching because people were saying he was like me, that he was a black Charlie Kirk. So I was fascinated by that. I looked at him and said, nah, he ain't like me because he ain't saying nothing to white folks. Any arguing with kids. I'm on the line arguing with gangsters in the street.
He's up there arguing with kids too, my nigga, and disrespecting the dead.
Now, he's using black crime statistics. What about white crime statistics? Because they lead the pack in some numbers too. Child molestation. They lead the pack in that. Mass shootings, which is what the country's talking about. So the next day, I'm seeing everybody in the media saying that you cannot say nothing about him. So I'm saying, well, this is the same party, because I'm a conservative who just so happened to vote Republican. I used to be a rock star in the Republican Party of Texas and the Tarrant County GOP Republican Party. I used to be a rock star. I was selected to campaign with Donald Trump to 3 key battleground states, his first run. So I'm their baby. I'm the conservative baby.
Are you listening to him? Are you listening to this government plan? Are you listening?
During the inauguration, Trump, I performed in D.C. the day of the inauguration when everything shut down and had a hell of a show. Shout out to Trump for that, by the way. So I'm thinking, okay, we free speech, right? Republicans, we free speech, because this is what they've been saying. They're trying to take out free speech. And Mark Zuckerberg was trying to silence Trump. The big social media text is trying to take free speech. So let me see if they can take this free speech, because they were happy when I was bashing George Floyd's daughter and him. They were happy when I said something about the dead rapper's daughter. So white folks used to love when I go in on black. So, okay, let me see if they can take it. And I strategically did this. And I saw they couldn't take it. And I'm willing to lose whatever for my rights. So I know can't nobody cancel me, because who opened the door for me? I made y'all stop, look, and listen.
Who opened up the doors for you, the Jews? The same people. Like, how you disrespect the Jews and they still accept you? Remember, J. Edgar Hoover said black people will never have another Messiah unless they create him. So when you see the Jewish community allowing a nigga like Charlston White to disrespect them, which he doesn't do anymore, but yet they still accept him, they sponsor him, embrace him, they allow Charleston White to come in their synagogues, but they canceled Kanye West at one point in time. You do the math. Them niggas let Charleston White get away with murder, but Diddy in jail. You do the math.
And you'll stop, looking, and listen tomorrow. And I know most Americans, because of their conditions and situations and the relationships they in, have offended the people in their lives, right? So how do you feel to hold this against me? You'll be over in a week. That's why during police, that's why I say, I say about Thanksgiving they're gonna forget Charlie Kirk. Within a week, they forgot about Charlie Kirk. I don't hear about it no more.
Where's the shooter?
He ain't the shooter. They just needed him for what they just needed to use him.
Who do you think is the shooter?
The same people that killed JFK.
Really?
Yeah. See, Charlie Kirk was a puppet. There was a 70 or 80-year-old man. So they tried to make me the same thing Charlie Kirk was. long before I came to the internet. So, man, I was one of the best black faces that the Republican Party and conservatives had to come out and talk to the niggas, not the blacks. They wanted to use me like the Democrats use Megan Thee Stallion and Gorilla to go perform, to come talk to the police and get them over there.
They wanted to use me. So the question is, who is the they? Then the next question is, when did they stop using him? Huh? When did they stop sponsoring him? Are y'all listening? Because Tasha ain't asking him the right questions. Who's the they? Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Y'all gotta listen.
And I do a good job of it. So Charlie Kirk was groomed, propped, and invested in by an older white conservative who needed the conservative talking points to go into the colleges and indoctrinate the minds of young people. And he was perfect for it. That's why every debate was on a college campus.
And Charlston White is groomed. This nigga is a professional. The nigga is a professional.
With somebody who was either newly into college or under the age of 25 with an undeveloped brain.
You gotta get them before they develop.
There you go. Because what? All people know that indoctrination starts in the classroom.
The LGBTQ doesn't.
There you go. So you fight fire with fire. Everybody is targeting their children except black people. Intentionally. Targeting the minds of children.
Yeah, we don't play by our kids.
No. So Charlie Kirk was giving money to this Turning Point USA. He was giving money for that. To be their face and the talking point. That's why now his wife is it. Man, this was a play ran because it's a distraction. But black people shouldn't be worried about it. That's their problem, not ours. What happened to Charlie Kirk don't affect us black. What happened?
That's a goddamn lie. It's an absolute lie. With a voice. When Charlie Kirk decided to be the voice of the voiceless, which is those children that touched Epstein Island, that became all of our fights because all of us have missing children in America. When Charlie Kirk decided to take on the mission to find out where the missing children was, all of us have missing children. And that's why all of us in America were sitting around waiting for those Epstein files. Because all of us have missing children coming from all of our community. All this is another sneaky form of slavery. Mixed with a sick, twisted horror movie. You can only imagine the things that was happening with those kids on those islands. How the hell is that not our fight? Why? Because it's not your child on the missing poster?
To Tamir Rice don't affect you. I'm still stuck on Tamir Rice where I can't be affected by Charlie Kirk. So miss me with that bullshit, America.
So how do you feel about, because
he's still stuck on Tamir Rice. Nigga, you playing military mind games. A man that was murdered because gunned down in front of the world because he demanded to see the Epstein files and he flipped on your boss. The people that's paying you is the same one that took him out. He flipped on them. Of course it's not your fight, my nigga.
And now the conservatives, and I don't know where she's.
They're losing their country. So America has lost their country. They have let too many people in.
That's why they're so hard on immigration now.
Yeah, that's why these old white people is trying to get out their country because between China and Russia, the beef, the chicken, and the pork process, those two countries own it in America. China has gone around, for the last 20 years, China has gone around the world buying up most of the world's real estate that the Queen don't own, mainly here in America. Next to some of our governments,
They've heavily invested in Africa as well too.
There you go. So, Israel is fighting for America because the Russians and China and the rest of the foreigners brought their culture here, and they not following no American laws and rules.
Did you see the video?
Certain parts of this program have been removed to
And they don't. I got a great deal of respect for her.
Okay.
But then I don't, because she got a white boyfriend. She got a white husband. Where does her confidence come from?
Her husband.
There you go. Yeah.
That's where mine come from.
There you go. So that's where she lose me at.
Cause it's
a white man ain't for us, for what she talking. For her to be so brutal and convicted by the things she say to us and go in there and eat that white dick, her lip needs to be closed to the black folks. She can't talk to them. She eating white dick. Our problem ain't her problem no more. That white man treating her way worse than how we getting treated in society. White men are brutal. They're like cavemen sexually. They're not intimate. They'll stick their fist down your motherfucking throat. If you don't realize.
He do keep her pregnant now.
And he don't talk. So yeah, no. So she lashes out. So yeah. She
don't ever smile.
Well, that's what I was just about to go there when I say I take back lashing out. I see a lot of displaced anger. When y'all see me talking, it's more frustrated from working and doing the work and seeing what I'm seeing. I see more displaced anger when she.
What work? What work have we ever seen Charlston White do? What work? Don't let them fool you. Oh no.
Talking our conditions and going home to that brutal cave boy. White boy brutal with that half cooked dick. So man, shit, yeah, everybody knows that.
Do you feel like black men just never? Why do you feel like Candace Owens is so hard on our community? Like, what do you think happened to her? Because she doesn't really talk about her upbringing.
Because the community was hard on her, whether it was her mother.
So you feel like white folks just accepted her?
What?
Why is Tasha K asking Charlston White why Candace Owens is so hard on the black community? Why is Charlston White so hard on the black community? Shouldn't that be the question? Because that's who she's interviewing. Y'all gotta start paying attention. Pay attention. When a kid get in trouble, your parents is hard on you, right? When you get suspended in school, your parents is hard on you, right? Is not the black community on life support? Are we not in trouble? When have we not been in trouble as a people? Our kids are the children of the corn. They're murdering each other, shooting up parties, shooting up cemeteries, shooting up graduations.
The community was hard on me. I'm down here working with y'all kids. Y'all with me, calling me a snitch. So that's where my frustration and lashing out came from. The community was hard on me.
But you still black women though.
Yeah, hell, you're like a motherfucker.
So you feel like Candace Owens wants a black man or wanted one?
I think she had one. And it left that scar that caused resentment. And make you bitter.
Dominating. I'm talking about her average life is about 300,000 people. And I heard that they're mostly white people.
Well, between me and Candace Owens.
Okay. I'm surprised y'all haven't sat down.
Candace Owens is going live with millions of people watching her because the world is looking for a hero. The world is looking for somebody that got courage. And Candace Owens right now, the way she's fighting and using her voice, she's legendary. Meanwhile, niggas is just running around dealing with celebrity gossip. That's why she's winning. Because she got the heart to fight.
Avoid me as most, as most women who talk like her should. I'm a cussing motherfucker. So they don't know what role I may play. I'm too unpredictable for a producer. I'm too unpredictable. But if you give me a script, I'll follow the script.
They don't know what role I might play. I'm too unpredictable.
If you pay me enough money and give me a script, I stick to the script. But right now, I ain't got no script, so I'm free to say what I want to say. Yeah. But it's wise for her to avoid me. She don't have the black experience that I have. You can't shame me because I have a great mother. I was raised in the American school system. I thrived in. I went into I didn't go into a prison system. I didn't go into a jail system. I went to a boarding school boys home and was nurtured there.
Yeah, I know. Test tube, baby. Keep telling on yourself. Why are you comparing yourself to Candace Owens? Famous backer, thank you for sponsoring this war family. Appreciate you. Why are you comparing yourself to Candace Owens? That girl, along with the rest of the world, watched her friend be assassinated on camera. So I'm just trying to figure out what agency sent this nigga or set this interview up for her to be the main purpose of the conversation. Because he can't compare to Candace Owens at all. She wipes her ass with him. And the difference between Candace Owens and Charlston White, intellectual minds, we don't trust Charlston White at all. Not even the slightest bit. Because the devil is a liar, and Charlston White is a bigger liar than the devil. So what does that make him?
I got 2 kids by one woman whom I was married to. If you take me away from the things I say online and internet persona, most people can't go back and forth with me. I was in my children's life. I don't have any felony conviction. I've never beat a woman. I don't have, you see what I'm saying? I don't have no abuse. So none of that's centered over me. You can only keep me, and when you said this online, but what have I done in life?
But I mean, when you think about it, she is attacking.
See, he think he get to control the narrative, so you acting like you holier than thou, but the woman that was in the barbershop protecting you with the broomstick, when you got mopped out of that chair, when homeboy knocked you out of that chair, and you ain't throw not one punch while the camera was rolling, you was constantly hiding behind your wife with the broomstick, but then you go to the strip club and you all over the internet posting up a whore that you paying for to be in your face. You are paying thousands for that woman to be in your face, but meanwhile the woman that you had at home that was willing to stand up to a bully and grab the broomstick, she willing to go all out with you, but you ain't willing to promote that bald-headed bitch all over the place, are you, huh, my nigga? Huh? Who you think you playing these Jedi mind tricks with? Not me. Not Wanda's son. Y'all agree with me? Put one in the comment section. This nigga went to the strip club to get a hoe. Charlston White and Danza, the Danza Project, was fighting. They fell out, was over a prostitute. A whore. A whore. Whore. Them niggas was beefing over a slut. How you think Charlston White feel? Knowing that he fell out with the Dancer Project over a whore.
White people, though.
Well, she's doing that now out of anger, hurt, and grief.
Because she's been changing her views on Israel as well too.
She's doing that out of hurt. She's grieving. So why? So
grieving what though?
Charlie Kirk and her were good friends.
Yeah.
Great friends. And all of a sudden he just comes up dead. And nobody have any real answers. So the grief.
So if you notice, and you saying this out of your own mouth, then why are you attacking her? Because you in character? Your character is so foul. There's no way in hell that your character on the internet could be this foul and then you the perfect gentleman in real life. Stop lying, my nigga.
First process of grief is shock, then anger. It's a process.
Why do you think, even though you say the same people that killed JFK and we still don't know who they are,
the shot was too perfect?
Extremely perfect.
Yeah, the shot was too perfect.
It was extremely perfect, and it went straight. You know, when a child is shooting, especially like in a black community when we got guns, bitch, we shooting up the building. Bah, 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 bah. You see how they kill young dog?
Yeah.
And I don't talk about death, so my condolences are to the families that were just.
Everybody black don't shoot like that. Black people got military training too. So everybody know everybody's not reckless. There's black people out there that joined the military, the army, the navy, the Coast Guard. You got police snipers. You got black people out there that know how to shoot too. Don't make us sound like we all just ignorant.
Because right now, that's why I didn't discuss Charlie Kirk when he died, because I think about the aftermath of the family, the kids.
So it won't really make me come back and apologize.
Because you did end up in apology.
Yeah, well, because I didn't mean the things I really said. I'm pushing the limits of free speech. I'm not connected to nobody.
He's pushing the limit of free speech. Y'all don't hear the manipulation? He apologized because those corporate people, those white people, there's still a lot of them that rock with him, and they was about to rock Charleston White snot box. That's why he apologized. Why would you apologize? You ain't apologize to King Von, mother, nigga. You ain't apologize to King Von, mother. You ain't apologize to Nipsey mother. Them niggas ain't do nothing to you. But you apologize over Charlie Kirk, right? You coward. Niggas a coward. But you got to keep listening to him.
Death. So I don't grieve and feel sorry for death. My question is, who tricked us and believed us that death is a bad thing? Everything has to die. So I don't see death as a bad thing.
Whether death is bad or good, why would you rejoice at somebody, family members dying? What's the joke? There is nothing funny about somebody losing a family member, especially when they done caught a slug to their dome.
I'll say anything about the dead.
So Charlie was meant to die at that time.
Oh, well, Charlie was meant to die, and Charlie wanted to die. So if I'm a soldier and I go off to war and I die like a soldier in the cause that I die for, why would y'all be sad? If I'm a gangster and I'm playing gangster and I'm a gangster nigga and I die in the street playing gangster, why would anybody who know I'm a gangster be sad? This is how gangsters die. So let me go back to my point.
So is that why his wife never cried?
So let me go back to my point. Charlie Kirk.
And this is why y'all think he's smart, because he mixed the truth with ignorance. He'll say something truthful. Yeah, he the truth. He's a manipulator. This is the nigga that's going to get in your house, and once you let him in your house and you let him hit, he is going to rob your bank account. He is going to steal out of your pocketbook.
Said that we need shootings, we need mass shootings so we can maintain our rights. He said we need things like this to happen so we can keep our gun rights and keep our rights. This happens so we can keep our rights. He prophetically spoke that. So why would you be sad if I speak something to exist and it comes to me? Why would you be sad? If I die right now in a hotel with 3-4 hoes naked, with that pink cocaine they say Diddy and them got, don't y'all be sad? I died doing what I want to do. Y'all be sad. DMX died doing what he wanted to do. Why would you be sad and I died doing what I'm doing?
So when I think about Tupac said he wasn't gonna live past 25.
Why would you be sad? And I'm living like this though. So Charlie spoke it.
People were sad because he took on a battle. Charlie Kirk didn't want to die. He wanted answers. Charlie Kirk didn't want nobody to rock his snot box. He wanted the release of the Epstein files, my nigga. What is you talking about? He wanted those files to be released. And he started turning on the people. You ever watch that TV show, Game of Thrones? When you watch the Game of Thrones, who was really in control of everything? Who? The elite, the bankers, the families.
And said that he didn't have sympathy for the other victims who was once. See what I'm saying?
And a lot of them are kids.
See what I'm saying? So he said,
children, not adults. I think more children.
Said no matter how horrific it is,
yeah.
He don't condone it or read it, but we need this to happen. And it happened to him.
But let me ask you something. You Tessica Brown. Now can I say AKA?
To start the process. To start the process. Because you got to imagine, I lost just about everything over the last 2 years. Everything.
Do you feel like, because Candace Owens is trying right now to do a college tour. I remember, and we're going to talk about your college tour in just a second, but I have to get you to answer this question when it comes to Candace Owens. Is she crazy for trying to go into the colleges so soon to do a college tour? Do you feel like she feels like she's invincible?
She was attacking people who she thought was trying to replace Charlie Kirk's position and his status where he was. She's trying to do it.
So she's trying to
pick up where Charlie left off. But they're not gonna let her do it. Because she went against them, 2 months ago? They're not gonna let her do it. She used to come on.
You feel like her life is in danger?
No. Her husband not gonna let them kill her. He in with them. She's grieving. They're gonna make her out to be mental, grieving, going through this. That's what they're gonna paint her as.
So you feel like
she's no longer being taken serious.
She said
she's no longer being taken serious.
This nigga sound dumber than a doorknob. Who the hell told him that she's not taken serious? She got all the militant white boys all across America watching her. He sounds stupid. Nigga, you don't control the narrative. You ain't the only one on the internet. Charlston White sounds stupid. Those white boys all across America is paying attention to everything that Candace Owens is saying. This nigga lying. And why would Candace Owens be safe? If they saying Charlie Kirk, allegedly his wife, lined him up and she in too deep, what you think about Candace Owens' husband?
When she brought up the conspiracy theories that he was charged with this and started spoken against Israel, she's painted now as being having some issues.
Crazy.
Yeah. As they do to discredit you. She's grieving, is what they're gonna say. Her and Charlie were great friends. Wrote
so
together.
What about the people who follow her?
They're fans. They're fanatics. They're gonna turn on her one day anyway. Fans are not loyal. They're not long lasting. They're seasonal, fair weather.
Because she was online the other night bragging. She was like, they said I was done when they fired me.
No, Charleston White. Your fans turned on you because you a liar and a manipulator. Were you somebody that's like Candace Owens? That's a revolutionary in her own way? That's fighting for her? Or fighting for something? The people not going to turn on her. They're going to cherish her. Nigga, they going to turn on you. Because you turned on them. You deceiver.
It's a slow process. It can't undo what she's already done. It's a slow process. But I don't see her. You see her more on her platform.
Yeah, you could say that again. A puppet. trying to deceive the sheeple. You could definitely say that again. Much love, Haas. Bobs, thank you for sponsoring the world family. Appreciate you.
See her out on all social media platforms spread around like she once were when she was going against what happened to Charlie. I saw her everywhere. I don't see her anymore.
And she's being sued by the French president.
There you go.
For calling that woman.
That's the move to discredit her. And
she's been being sued by the French president because she's taken on superpowers. Candace Owens is taking on superpowers. She ain't running around antagonizing other YouTubers. She ain't running around dissing the dead Nipsey Hussle. Nah, she not doing that. She taking on superpowers. Charlston, you need to go back to, the little corny shit that you doing on the internet. Go back to cursing out Blueface. Because you stepping way out of your league now, but you got to act as the people. If Candace Owens is having the heart to do what black people not doing, because we some cowards, yeah. And even though she fighting because of her white friend that was fighting for children all over America that was missing and wanted answers, yeah. That's a fight that I'm willing to fight right along with them. Meanwhile, Charlston sitting up there trying to discredit her.
She seems to be lashing out rather than being the old Candace who sat down and intellectually had a debate with T.I. Fascinating to us. She's no longer that Candace.
She's too far off the deep end.
There you go.
In the wormhole.
There you go.
Too far off the deep end in the wormhole. Now, if I said this without showing this to y'all, y'all be like, oh, he hating on Charlston. Y'all still trust this nigga? Put it in the comment section. Do you still trust this nigga? Put it in the comment section.
That's why I come in character. The real Charlston, when he cared.
That's why I come in character. Why he keeps selling y'all he's in character. The minute a nigga tell you that he's in character, anytime you try to cross-examine him for the lies, for the deceit, I'm in character. If your wife catch you cheating, tell her you in character. Even though you got your balls knee-deep in another woman's mouth, tell her that you in character. Come on, my nigga. Y'all still trust this nigga? So every lie, and every time he get caught doing something shiesty, he gonna run the game, the narrative that I gave him when I still believed in him. Oh, he just in the character. And you know the excuse that I use? When Tupac, and this is what I used when he first came out. When Tupac first came out, because this is what I did. Tupac said, I peeped the weakness in this rap game and sold it. He saw he couldn't talk about Dear Mama and Brenda's Got a Baby because it wasn't getting him nowhere. So what did he do? He turned to Machiavelli and came out with I Hit Him Up. Oh, how we do with these motherfuckers not gonna cry because I'm a bad boy killer. Jay-Z died too, looking out for Mobb Deep. Nigga, when I find you, the streets went crazy. The penitentiary went crazy. I gave this nigga that identity, my nigga. Did y'all know when Charleston White first came out? Charleston White, me and Charleston White, they set it up for me and him to war with each other. But Lily was like, nah, don't do that. This dude is saving children. He works for the court saving children. I said, nah, I don't trust this nigga. Nah, there's proof. There's proof. He's doing the work. He's doing the work. He does legislation. He does all types of stuff. I say, I don't trust this nigga. Now she coming back to me like, yeah, this nigga can't be trusted. That's why I never go against my first instinct. When Charleston White first came to the internet, or rather not the internet, he was on Facebook. I brought him to YouTube. That's why I'm like, y'all bugging. When he came to YouTube, he came there with me and Timbo. Not Say Cheese, not the rest of those platforms. He came to me and Timbo's platform. Those videos are not up anymore. And I told the people, oh, he's in character. Now he's sticking with it. Now he never comes out of character. You can never question a nigga because he's always in character. When Charlston White first came out, he wasn't wearing no jewelry like me. The nigga was dressing raggedy on the internet. Now look at him.
He'll be ready to go to war with the police. And white people know that. Because there was a situation that happened in our city where my homeboy's son killed a high-ranking police officer. And they killed my homeboy's son on the spot rather than arresting him and taking him to jail. Executed him out of their anger for killing their high-ranking officer. When I got that news, they wouldn't let the mother see the body. They wouldn't let the family. They told every black church they better not have a funeral. The civil rights movement didn't make it to Fort Worth. So Dacian Steptoe killed Officer Gary Hub. I'm partnering, working with the police department at the time, teaching procedural justice to the black community. So when I get the news, the police wrong. How can I stand with him? And this is my homeboy. So the police was threatening the family. So I went and got all my guns and backed my car up and held security for that family while they can sleep in their driveway. When I drove away, the police pulled me over for a broken tail light and I disappeared. Yeah, I disappeared. They took me to jail. When I was
Listen to him. Is this a real story? Or is he in character?
Jail, I called my attorney, Lisa Pampers. I said, Lisa, man, you motherfucker just brought me to jail for a broken tail light. She said, what? She said, don't say nothing, I'm on my way. About 30, 40 minutes later, these same officers come. I said, where the fuck these motherfuckers get? They had a stack of my social media posts where I've been talking about police need to die. Prior to him dying, I said that I hope a police officer die in the line of duty in the name of Jesus. And I posted that on Facebook. And Hug got killed. So they took me to jail, and from jail they transferred me to a mental asylum under the Sandra Bland Act. Yeah. I said, y'all can lose y'all motherfucking jobs. I went to the mental asylum from jail to the mental asylum under the Sandra Bland Act, Senate bill or something. So our government have given.
So let's stop right there. So he went to the mental ward. The same one that they put Kanye West in? The same one that they put Wendy Williams in? So you get the same treatment that they do them celebrities when they use an MK Ultra on them? Is that what you're saying? If y'all feeling me, press 1. Are you listening? If you feeling me, press 1. Are you listening?
Our police to power to take you to a mental asylum.
And you can never be seen again.
Never be seen again. You can be civilly committed forever.
So how'd you get out?
So there was a lot of people involved in this. There's an old man that's like my mentor, that's a real street guy, that's almost 80 years old. He made a Facebook post and said, y'all at least better tell his mama where y'all got him. So they committed me they kept me, they said that I was homicidal and suicidal by ideation and preparation. I got a lot of guns. I got a lot of literature. When they stopped me, I had a bunch of bullets. I had some black liberation shit. So now I was on my black shit. So homicidal and suicidal. I never seen a doctor. They kept me for 10 days, shooting me up with drugs. I never seen a doctor. I never seen a judge. I seen a lawyer on the 7th day, but by that time I'm full of drugs. I'm smart enough to know how to play the system. I grew up in the boys' home. I know how to play these student doctors. I noticed early on, I never seen a real doctor. All these are student doctors. But because I had Medicaid, they paying for the Medicaid. If I didn't have insurance, they wouldn't have kept me. It's too costly to do it. So I noticed this is why our government is talking mental health. You lose all your constitutional rights under mental health because you can be civilly committed. All they need is a judge to say, hey, and a doctor. So they do a lot of Baker Acts here in Florida. Yeah, so the first time the lady said she think I need to be released. When she called my mother, she said, oh, that boy ain't suicidal. He just saying some crazy stuff online. So
y'all gotta ask yourself a question, right? We got drill rappers that's dissing the dead and going out there airing the block out. The government ain't putting them little niggas in mental wards. Why would they put Charlston White in a mental ward? Because he went rogue? Did he go rogue at some point in time and had to get back in the line? Because the reality of it is, nothing he has done on social media went against this establishment. He's trying to sell you a story of how they put him in a cuckoo house, but put him in a cuckoo house for what? Since he's been on social media, we haven't seen this Malcolm X version of Charlston White. Since he's been on social media, all he came across is an enemy to black people. Acting like he's challenging black people. Stealing my identity once again. I was the only nigga on social media that was taking it to the gang members. To the point to where that they predicted that the gangs was going to murder me. I was the only nigga holding these rappers responsible. And what did he see? Okay, this nigga HASSAN Campbell going live every day. This nigga getting 100,000 views within a couple of hours for 3 years straight. Wow. And here comes HASSAN Campbell's replacement. Now we sitting up here. Last time we went live, we had 13,000 people watching. We barely got 1,700 people in the building right now. Why? Because they making sure that they suppress one nigga so that they can push another nigga in the front line. The nigga that don't give a goddamn about his people. This nigga don't give a fuck about us.
Usually the things I was saying online, the doctor said,
You don't like what I'm saying? Get the fuck out my comment section and eat a dick.
I stayed, 10 days? When I got out, I went cold turkey. I don't know what medicine they were giving me. And I would ask, what's the side effect? Oh, there's no side effect. Everything had a side effect, even water. So when I got out, my voice would go hoarse, my nerves would lock up. So that's why I smoked so much weed, to get that white boy medicine out of my system. So I moved to California and just smoked a lot of weed, because once they give it to you, it time relapses. It may take 6 months to a year to get that shit out your system if you take it for 2 weeks.
How long does it take to get you?
Probably 9 months. So I sweated a lot, smoked a lot of weed, drank a lot of water. But the effects of it were fucked up. Yeah. So I just walked throughout California, talked online. So I knew to leave white people alone, because I know black people ain't ready to die during no police shooting. So I ain't no use me even get mad about the police shooting. That's why I say that shit. So that's why I come online and fuck with this black motherfucker. It's way more dangerous saying anything they do wrong.
How do you feel about what they did to Wendy Williams?
That's what they tried to do to me. You talk too much. So the old man told me,
you talk too much. What you mean you talk too much? You were not saying, see, you can't sell me that bullshit, because Charlston White is not saying nothing that's going against the establishment. You talking about what? King Von? Nipsey Hussle? Talking about what? Celebrity gossip? Talking about what, my nigga? You ain't dealing with the real topics like Candace Owens, like I'm dealing with. You talking about what?
The worst thing you can do is for white.
You said that right. A wolf in sheep's clothing. This nigga is playing military mind games at his finest.
People to know your name. Me and white folk know your name down there. So why I kept going to jail so much. I'm so political. And I know about that Gary Hulse shit. So why they kept putting me in jail. Just that I got attacked in the barbershop. I went and got my gun. I didn't know my wife was upstairs. So when that nigga hit me, when my wife came in, I didn't know her because I was dazed. The police intentionally.
When that nigga hit me, I didn't even know it was her because I was dazed. Now just imagine when you got dizzy. He only got one eye, so he got to wait for that one eye to clear up. And that black woman came to his rescue. But he got her hiding in the closet while he running around with a stripper.
put them charges on me. The animal cruelty was from 3 years ago, from a YouTube skit. They called me and questioned me about it. I said, man, y'all see that's a YouTube skit. So they sat on that for 3 years. And when that happened, I got for getting attacked, and that nigga a real killer. I got charged for aggravated assault. Because of the Gary Hub. But they didn't charge me till I done the Cam Newton interview. See, every time I speak about that Cam Newton, every time I speak about that Officer Gary Hub, because they don't want nobody to know that our police department murdered this kid on the spot. Broke his arm in two because Officer Gary Hub had a nickname. He like 3 tools. He was like a super cop. And he shot him right in the head. Not intentionally. But he did. So when I mentioned that and talked,
that's what cops sign up.
but when I talked about it on Cam Newton, when I got back, they had some charges on me. Had I not brought it up on Cam Newton, I would have been out. It was a wound that had opened back up. So we got a new
So we supposed to believe that they sick police on you and put you in a mental hospital because you fighting for the dead, but at the same time you on the internet dissing the dead. Get out of here, my nigga. Who you fooling? You fighting for the dead, but you dissing the dead at the same time. Get out of here, my nigga.
Police chief.
So you think they're gonna lock you up again?
Well, I spoke on this here recently. The new police chief, a guy by the name of Garcia, sent me a text message threatening me. I told him, suck my dick, and your daughter can suck it too, bitch. I don't even live in Fort Worth no more. I've never been able to beat. They've never been able to beat me. See, it's a dirty police officer by the name of Officer Tracy Carter who was in the human sex trafficking with a guy by the name of Mac Henry.
What the?
I used to teach human trafficking with the United States Department of Homeland Security, right? With a special agent by the name of Keith.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? He just said he used to work and teach with Homeland Security. Why did y'all think I made y'all listen to this whole live? Because I'm obsessed with him? The nigga just admitted that he worked for Homeland Security and teach Homeland Security. Now, my question is, who taught him to teach Homeland Security? Hello? Knock, knock. Are y'all listening? Press 1 in the comment section if you hear me, motherfucker. The nigga said he used to teach Homeland Security. So you telling me that you was higher up and educated, you was educated more than Homeland Security, and you was teaching Homeland Security. Hello, motherfucker. Can I get an amen in the comment section? What y'all thought I was just sitting up here for nothing? Get your number 2 ass out of here. Scooby-Doo? The nigga said he used to teach Homeland Security. This is the part right here that I should be editing and cutting out.
Bro, because they don't want nobody to know that our police department murdered this kid on the spot. Broke his arm in two because Officer Gary Hub had a nickname. He was like 3 tools. He was like a super cop. And he shot him right in the head. Not intentionally. But he did. So when I mentioned that and talked,
that's what cops sign up.
but when I talked about it on Cam Newton, when I got back, they had some charges on me. Had I not brought it up on Cam Newton, I would have been out. It was a wound that had opened back up. So we got a new police chief.
So you think they're gonna lock you up again?
Well, I spoke on this here recently. The new police chief, a guy by the name of Garcia, sent me a text message threatening me. I told him, suck my dick, and your daughter can suck it too, bitch. I don't even live in Fort Worth no more. I've never been able to beat. They've never been able to beat me. See, it's a dirty police officer by the name of Officer Tracy Carter who was in the human sex trafficking with a guy by the name of Mac Henry.
What the?
I used to teach human trafficking with the United States Department of Homeland Security, right? With a special agent by the name of Keith Owens at Eastfield Police Training Academy in Mesquite. So I used to teach this, right? And I teach it at Texas Western University annually. So I'm aware of sex trafficking, and I used to teach first responders.
And I used to teach first responders. Question. Tasha K, this is where you were supposed to ask Charlston White, where did you get this training from? How are you that advanced? How are you that advanced? And where did you get that training from where you were training the elite? Now, my question is this nigga telling the truth? Or is this nigga telling a lie? Like, come on, man. Y'all don't understand what we up against? Nigga said he taught first response in jail. What the fuck that got to do when you teaching above the military? What are you talking about? Nigga can get taught anything in jail. Shut up. Go stand in the corner. Talking about what you taught in jail. What made Charlston White, a dude that was in jail for murder, isn't that what he said? Why is he qualified to do this, and how he don't even have, we ain't gonna even get into the fact that he ain't got felonies. Y'all can't tell the CIA when y'all hear it. Y'all can't tell the CIA when y'all hear it. Put a 1 in the comment section if you agree with me. This nigga's scary. I don't even know why I keep playing with him.
Oh, Mac Henry and them is the niggas who run a strip club to get all the young hoes. You know, they abusing, right? All kind of shit. They the 15, 16-year-old girl. So it's a dirty police officer named Tracy Carter who with them. The who hit me is cool with all of them who attacked me, right? The black officer don't like.
So now the nigga that hit you, he dirty and he working with the officers. And you not working with the officers. You trained the officers, right? But you not working with them. You trained the officers, but you not working with them. But the dude that hit you, he is working with the officers. Y'all really believe this? Wow. Y'all got to forgive me for not being stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a sucker born every day, but not today.
Me, because I'm cool with the white officer who took down all 53 of their gangs. So one night I go to a strip club. I go to Star Strip Club, and it's a young lady just sitting there. So anytime I talk to a dancer, do you strip? I don't drink. You don't drink. So I do you drink? She said, no, I don't drink. I find that strange. You don't get out nothing? She said, no. That's strange to me for any woman that can go in a strip club and do this with a sober mind. That's intriguing to me. Well, come to find out, she was being sex trafficked. One gave her to Mac Henry. Mac Henry got her and her son, feeding them, jacking them by. She can't come to bed and sleep unless he having a threesome, unless she got to pay a certain amount of money, and he taking all the money. So I tell her, when she tell me what's going on, I already don't like the whole ass. He know what I do in the community. He went upstairs. She said, man, he don't never do that. I said, he know who I am. I said, you home? She said, man, I'm store. I buy something to eat. I go out on the patio and call Special Agent Keith Owens. First, I called Angela Luckett from the NAACP. Told her what happened. She said,
you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, but nothing but the truth, Charlston White? You call Agent who?
And NAACP don't give a fuck. That's how I mean fuck y'all. So I called Special Agent Keith Owens. He's a adjunct professor at UTA. So he didn't answer because it's late at night. So I called my gang unit buddy, Officer Charles Rogers from gang unit. He answered. I tell him what happened. So he get with the department, create a rescue team. They go rescue the girl. Tracy Carter heard about it. Call the girl, tell her not to trust me. I work with police, tell her I trust that officer. When the rescue team get her, they already in on it, so they don't debrief her to get the story.
I work with the police. Tell them not to trust this officer. Did you not hear what he just said? I work with the police. Tell them not to trust another officer, Mr. In Too Deep. Are y'all listening? So you gonna act like I'm making this up? He said, I work with the police. Tell them not to trust this other officer. Oh, it's clear you work with the police, my nigga. Okay, Nemesis. Finally caught you doing a live. Stay blessed and keep your foot on the hater's neck. Thank you for sponsoring this war, family. Appreciate y'all. Come on, am I bugging? Y'all don't hear what I hear? Put it in the comments section.
To get the documentation, they go take off at one of the safe houses in Dallas, and she run away with a trick. And called me and told me, Tracy called and told me, I said, man, that bitch ass. So he'd been telling people for years that he was gonna put a charge on me. So that's how that happened. So man, the FBI was investigating our police department. So they gonna get all the it's a good boy, it's a good old boy system. So once every time I talk about her, they really can be investigated for that.
It's a good old boy system. Wow. This nigga diabolical.
So Garcia just sent me along, man, to suck my dick. I ain't afraid of the state police. It's the government I'm afraid of. Them bullshit state police is punks and peasants.
Why would you be afraid of the government? You work for them. You trained them, remember? You trained them. Oh, now you back in character, right?
Hey, man, nigga pussy thing. So now, the police ain't smart enough for me. They would use me to teach procedural justice. An average beat cop, I run circles around.
Let me ask you something, because, you know.
Nah, she moved too fast. They would use you to teach what? Did you hear him? Press 1 if you just heard him. They would use you to teach what? He is an educator of the elite of law enforcement. That's why I tell you, I ain't scared of the regular cops, but did you just hear him? They would use him to teach what? Come on, my nigga. Am I making this up? Y'all still calling me a hater? Or y'all listening, y'all hearing what I'm hearing? Yeah, it's funny how they want to start pulling people out of here. They don't like when their agents get exposed.
I have to ask this because they're going to ask.
And this is documented. This is real documented information. So it's all going to be looked up, what I'm talking about.
So you're helping to fight human trafficking.
Yeah, well,
okay.
So I partnered with Traffic 911. I partnered with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. And I'm what they needed because my homeboys were pimps. I was raised by a pimp. So I would teach.
He just said, for the record, he partnered with Homeland Security. Security. How is he qualified to partner with Homeland Security? Are you kidding me? How is Tasha K not questioning him? How are you qualified? Who gave you the authority? What would make them want to partner with you? Are we listening to the same thing? Y'all thought I played this live for no reason? Y'all thought I played this live for no reason? This nigga's a straight agent. Ain't no character in this. He telling on himself.
That culture-wise, they're not being forced into human trafficking. The whole sign is up for it. There's an element that is, but it ain't the black people that's doing it. It's the white people.
So were you in character when you talked about sometimes a need to be raped?
Yeah, of course I was in character. Of course I was in character.
Was you in character when you talked about a woman need to be raped? Of course I was in character. Of course I was in character. That nigga evil. because that's not nothing to joke about. But he's on a mission to catch people like that. And he teamed up with Secret Service and all these other places, all these other corporations. This nigga diabolical. That can't tell me nothing.
Because I'm like, that direct.
We can Google it. So how can I teach this and then come on here? Of course I'm in character. But I came and told y'all I'm in character. My second Say Cheese TV, I said, man, listen, I'm playing a character. But because I'm so articulate, people say, no, that's really him. There's no way I can.
You're not in character, my nigga. You in too deep, my nigga. You COINTELPRO. You in too deep. And you just told us all of the agencies that you work for. Y'all not disgusted? And you know the sad part about it is, you know why this is being done? I'm going to tell y'all why this is being done. Because when you get real authentic brothers that come from the struggle, that came through what we had to go through, and you genuine about your fight and your passion, the people, we're not going to believe in each other. We didn't have way too many Brother Polites. We didn't have way too many Dr. Umars. Way too many niggas that got the gift of gab that can talk their way into anything. And then you find out that they ain't shit. Black people pain ain't nothing but a hustle. Black people pain ain't nothing but a hustle. These niggas is hustling us.
Done this and then come say this. The people that know I've done this know I'm saying this in character.
Okay, I just had that. I know they were gonna bring it up and stuff like that because
so no, I'm talking, and I did this like three years back to back, and they paid me to do it. They paid me to do it. And this is first responders, the one that rescued him. And Keith Owens is and he's retired now, but he was the top motherfucker of the unit.
So once again, did you hear him say they pay me to do it? That he's on the payroll? Whose payroll? Because obviously he's high up. Whose payroll? This nigga's a real life black 007.
State Department of Homeland Security, human trafficking.
That's why I find it odd that you ain't never been sued and you be putting names on this shit.
Oh, I'm saying truth though. These now because this is public records.
But they sue motherfuckers for telling the truth. They sue your kid.
Oh, man, they ain't tried yet. Oh, man, shit, they ain't tried yet.
Cause I know when it comes.
Tasha, stop playing. Why would they want to kill him? For what? He working with them. Why would they want to sit up there and Candace Owen him and Charlie Kirk him? Why? He's doing everything that they want him to do. Damn you, come on, Tasha. You can't be this smart and dumb at the same time. I love Tasha K. There's no way you could be this smart and dumb at the same time.
But like, I ain't comparing you to her. Y'all done work before, right? You and Jaguar, right?
No, I've never worked. I seen her one time in passing. I've never worked.
What you think about her?
I've been knowing she was full of shit since I met her.
All right, John.
She.
All right. We on the same page. Because if you want to say, yeah, that bitch, she don't.
Man,
so Jaguar Wright is full of shit, but you in character. Jaguar Wright is full of shit, but you in character. So it's safe to say you full of shit too? Press 1 in the comment section. Is it safe to say Charlston White is full of shit too? Because Jaguar Wright is full of shit, right? And both of them are liars, right? And deceivers, right? Come on, my nigga. Yeah, let me cook.
That bitch crazy.
She is schizophrenic.
That bitch crazy. That bitch crazy.
Yeah, she crazy.
She crazy, but you the one they trying to put in the cuckoo house, right? She crazy, but you the one they trying to put in the cuckoo house, right? Cuckoo, cuckoo.
She know everybody business.
She was everywhere but nowhere.
She knows everybody business, but you don't? Who? Scooby-Doo? Aren't you the king of celebrity gossip, Charlston? We don't know you for being a hero. Aren't you the king? I relinquished my title, my nigga. Yeah, everybody right. You surpassed me. You are absolutely right. You are the king, my nigga. You don't know everything? You ain't in everybody's business? Wow. The nerve of this nigga.
You go. She know everybody. She can tell you about everybody's story. I know a jailhouse talking motherfucker when I see one. I listen for truth. I ain't never heard her tell the same story twice.
She forgets. You forget your lies.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So that's why I quit going to the platform. So
that's a lie. And Tasha K, you helping this nigga lie, because I've seen her tell the same story more than once. We all have.
I wouldn't go on no platform that I would see her on. I'm too credible to go anywhere anybody in the blue truck to go.
So you ain't been on that blue couch yet?
I stopped going because of that. Because I'm saying I'm not gonna go be on the platform and nobody to just sit up and lie. And y'all, I'm not gonna do that.
And they put it out.
And y'all put it out there.
Yeah.
They was giving a cease and desist.
Hold up. So it's okay for him to lie, but it's not okay for Jaguar Wright to lie? It's okay for him to lie and have no integrity. It's okay for him to diss the dad, diss the dad's mother, have no integrity. The nigga just had some of the nastiest shit in the world to say about Nipsey Hussle's daughter. But Jaguar Wright don't have no integrity. But he does. Wow. This is nasty work at its finest. And me, this is a dirty job, but somebody had to do it.
100,000 followers when I interviewed her and called her a liar. The public is pissed.
She lying me.
And when I tell you, I had to slow down. She talked so fast. She sat up on the blue couch one day and I had to play it back for them because she talked so slick they couldn't even understand it. She said, oh yeah, Tasha K chased me, her and her husband with Clive Davis, and these believed it. And I say niggas, they believed it. So they said, yeah, when I was in Dallas and then I was in Vegas. I'm at the Vegas hotel. She had me hostage. So she got a room across the street at the other hotel and was watching me with binoculars on. They believe this shit got over 2 million people.
Do you know how much they're paying her? Under $1,000 between her and Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown probably getting $500. He was getting $500. The dancer gave him $1,000. So him between them, they wasn't getting no $2,000 or $3,000. That's why they committed to her when she went to jail to try to get a lawyer. They never got a lawyer. They never got a.
It doesn't matter if she got $1,000. The people love Jaguar Wright. And every interview that she did was bigger than yours, my nigga. So what difference do it make what she got paid? Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of these shows and a lot of the things that Charlston White is doing is being sponsored by the government. So the government is making Charlston White bigger than what he is, because when you go to his YouTube page, the nigga ain't even got 100,000 subscribers on his YouTube page. So how is it that the world is following you, but then when you go to your YouTube page, your numbers is low? Huh? But yet on YouTube, they still pushing you in the algorithm, even though you done sat up there, got kicked off of YouTube. They allowed you to come back, but they didn't allow Tommy Sotomayor to come back. They allowed you to come back, but they didn't allow Alex Jones to come back? Come on, my nigga, get out of here.
Well, them doing bad, bro. I used to front them interviews. With a 2 million platform. I used to front them niggas interviews. Give me a little bit now, because they didn't have it, because it's 7 in one pot. I used to front them.
So we done made it clear, Charlston White done made it clear that he works for the government. And niggas is in my comment section talking about him hating, block him. Because it's clear now, he made it clear that he works for the government. Am I right? Put it in the comment section. Press 1. If Charlston White made it very, very clear that he worked for multiple different agencies in the government, and he's being paid by the government. This came out of his own house, his own mouth in this live. Put one in the comment section. So it's clear now that any of my mods, as soon as you see somebody inside my comment section working for the FBI, saying that I'm hating, you can block them. Because this came out of his mouth, not mine. And he said it multiple times. Sitting in front of Tasha K. We ain't playing with y'all. Block them. Anybody come in my comment section talk about I'm hating, block them. You government.
What about Anton?
Anton,
how y'all doing?
And my boy. Anton, that's my boy.
But let's just be honest. I do have to point this out. And shout out to Anton. I just no hate. But that's your platform.
No. Charles. Explain.
That's not your platform?
No, explain.
You didn't build that platform?
No, he built it, the consistency of it.
He finally told the truth. Yes, Anton did build his own platform. A couple of interviews by Charlston White might have helped him a little bit, the same way I helped Charlston White in the beginning. But the truth of the matter is Anton Daniels, you know, love him and hate him, that nigga's a hard-working nigga. The nigga works hard. Anton, I said it in my last video, Anton puts out 10 videos on each channel a day. The nigga got 5 videos. Sometimes he put out 20 videos on each channel a day. That's hard work and dedication. Charlston didn't do that. Anton did that.
Now, he and I would hit the consistency that he maintained, even when I got mad at him.
But you don't feel that the reason they know Anton is because of you.
Him, Dan's, a bunch of them.
We don't quote what Anton says. Like your videos go viral. Your content, what you say. And shout out, like, I mean, I kind of feel like there's a lot of people that just kind of ride people's coattails. They know that they're famous. They know that they got something. And so they ride you. Do you feel?
No, she didn't say he got a camera in his fake eye.
And this is no shade. I'm not trying to interrupt your podcast money or anything like that, but you got to know your power too.
Yeah.
How many podcasts have you built down here?
At least over 2 dozen.
Without your content, it wouldn't even be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what I came to do. That's what makes me valuable. That's what makes me valuable.
But how do they sustain without you? Because I feel like you could have, like, what's his name? Andrew Tate. Like, Andrew Tate cannot keep a podcast in his name.
Mm.
But when he goes and sits on other people's podcasts, like, the value that they get from that, so he maintains it.
So I did a podcast that did good for many years, but because everybody waiting on me. If I don't come up short, my team don't feel like it ain't worth it. And I'm saying we just need it going. Y'all can do it and fill it in. So they want me to hike the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball, kick the ball, and I'm trying to perfect the comedy game.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm trying to perfect the comedy game.
I was arguing with some people about you the other night, and they was just like, he ain't no comedian. I said, no, Charlston was always a comedian.
Yeah, I've been studying and watching.
Yes.
I've been listening. I've been studying and watching. And it's just natural. I'm happy. I can't explain what I feel like up there.
I see it on stage. I know the talent. I've watched nothing but the best of the best comedians, and I know the reason why they were successful.
Yeah.
And so I feel that you and Cat Williams would actually get along. I don't know if he don't like you.
Oh, well, he went live one time when he first came back to Instagram. It's like 3-4 years ago. He had been missing, came to Instagram. And the comment section was flooded. Man, one thing about Charlie White, he said, don't bring that nigga up to me.
I think he will put you on tour.
I think so too.
He said, don't bring that nigga up to me because he see through you. His instincts told him in the beginning, don't bring you nowhere around because he see through you. Now y'all trying to convince yourselves that he'll do something with you. When he first seen you, he said no. He know you exist. He know you ain't no real comic. You dangerous. One thing you got to listen that Charlston keeps telling you is that he studies people. He's very, very nice at studying people. I study people. And honestly speaking, I honestly think Charlston might have one up over me the way he studied people. The nigga's he's a mastermind. He's a master manipulator.
Oh,
And when I make that happen, I'm gonna need you to just look down. I don't need no money or nothing. Be like,
and who, baby? I'm here. Yeah, I pay my dues. Here, yeah, I pay my dues. So, he one of them ones I put up there with Richard Pryor. You know, Ma Mabel, P. Green, Red Fox, Robert Harris, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy.
That's what you give me. Red Fox.
Yeah, that's what I've been studying.
Stop making me laugh. She said Charleston White seen a lot with that eye. He did. I believe he got a bionic eye. I'm sorry.
I get asked about Red Fox. Yeah. So that's my dream. I just didn't know how funny I was. I've always been a life of the party, class clown, can make people laugh. I didn't know that setting.
And a storyteller.
There you go. So when I went to college, I took a drama and theater arts class for 2 electives. I learned about satire comedy. That's where I wanted to create the character from. Andrew Dice Clay was satire comedy. Richard, Howard Stern of my generation was the first satire media guy. That's how he got the XM Serium contract.
The nigga went to college for comedy. All Charleston White is doing is telling you that they prepared him for every category of being black. The same way you see how Barack Obama has somewhat of a Malcolm X swag and got a real nigga walk.
There hadn't been a Howard Stern. He was very offensive. Always, it wasn't the council culture. It wasn't the internet. So when I look today, I'm a Howard Stern.
Yeah, Howard Stern pushed the limit.
Man, he pushed the limit. Man, he was a motherfucker. Oh yeah. So how can you take that away from this generation?
I don't think they can, because when it comes to comics, I mean, they tried with Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Trump did. I mean, he was pissed.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. Trump was pissed when they put him back on TV. And they got him off.
Medical debt is the #1 reason Americans file for bankruptcy, and
you know that's my thing right there. Like Charleston said so much. I had to catch. Like I really had to play that much of him. We played a lot of Tasha K's live, and I love Tasha K. Shout out to Tasha K. But I feel like Tasha K, like she danced around a lot of shit that she should have had a conversation with. She danced around a lot of things that he said, and she just let it go. She let it go. Like, nigga, you work for all of these agencies? Really? Are you in character or are you telling the truth, my nigga? Because like he said at the end of this interview, it's all on who's interviewing me. Some people want the character. Some people want the real man. This is supposed to be the real man right here. You know what scares me? I'm going to tell you what scares me, right? Growing up in the streets, playing with them guns, because I played with them guns in the streets. We was always taught never to snitch. You don't tell on your right-hand man. You get caught, you keep your mouth shut. But what they never really taught us was snitching wasn't just about the streets. It was about how the Black Panther Party and other parties, our people, that was trying to get us free lunch. Or better yet, we could even go over to Marcus Garvey, the brother that built black people and built the Garveyites. And his mission in his mind was to take us back to Africa when we never came there. But I understood what he was trying to do. And he was infiltrated by niggas like Charleston White. That is the definition of a real, true rat. Where you are infiltrated and you are an implant in your own people to mislead and misguide and set up your own people. I don't think y'all understand the dynamics of, see, I don't care about a regular rat. Oh, Max B supposedly told on his brother-in-law. I don't care about that. But this kind of ratting, this kind of infiltrating, this kind of, Charleston White is studying us. He is studying us. And he's bringing back data to the elite. Y'all don't understand that. This nigga is studying us. And he's going into them quiet rooms, having loud conversations, and teaching what needs to be done to us and how it needs to be done to us. Y'all don't understand. These people study us every day. They take no days off. There's a camera everywhere we go. I always feel like somebody's watching me. That one-eye nigga watching us too. The TV has one eye. The tablet has one eye. Charleston White has one eye. In Islam, it teaches you that the Antichrist has one eye. The devil has one eye. Charleston White has one eye. Y'all still not paying attention. And there's so much more. Oh my God, I don't even think y'all understand. I didn't even hit on. I strategically took my time. I wanted him to take his time, so you could really, really listen to a nigga being dissected by everything that he said. I played everything straight through. I skipped past the commercials. I skipped past him talking about his mother. Nobody want to hear him talk about his mother. I didn't cut nothing up. I played the entire live. So can't nobody say I sat up there and manipulated nothing this nigga said. He said it.
You know what we want our nigga success to be. He's not a politician. He's a crook. He's the best con man you can lay eyes on. He know the rules.
What you think he gonna say when he wants to?
I said this before.
Okay.
When I say con man, he's a confidence man. Even if he don't know what he's doing, he pretends to be confident. And everything he pretends to know everything. That's a confident man. And then he go get people to figure it out for him. So I told people, if he get reelected, he's gonna be vengeful. It's gonna be about vengeance. And that's what it's been.
He's trying to go for another term.
Oh, he is. He'll go as vice president, but be the president. He can do that. And then get another motherfucker and be the president and be the vice president. There's no term limits on vice presidents. You can be the vice president for 20 years.
Wow.
So I like him because he's a...
Honestly speaking, the only reason at this point that I'm still playing Charleston White is because I wanted y'all to hear for yourself out of Charleston White's mouth when he said that he was being geared up to go at Kevin Samuels. His mission was to seek and destroy Kevin Samuels. When Charleston first came out, his mission was to come at me. Me, I gave in because there was no reason for me to fight the nigga because I thought he was doing God's work. Listening to Lily. Yeah. Oh, that's the good brother, Mr. Charleston. Why would they want him to go at Kevin Samuels? Who wanted him to go at Kevin Samuels before he died? Huh? No, I'm putting it all the way on Lily because you know why? Because she's smart. But sometimes she outsmarts herself. And Lily got this thing where, you know, all right, I'm going to take your word for it. And see, me, every time I go against my intuition, I find out I was right. I never go against my intuition. I knew this nigga wasn't shit.
He's like me, a kid who thinks outside the rules and try to find the loophole because there's a loophole to everything. Even God's word. That's why Christians find a loophole to it. So yeah, I look for loopholes.
Okay, but what about everything that? Because I mean, I'm even seeing conservatives that voted for him turn on him.
He don't care about who's turning. He have a base that ain't gonna turn. His base ain't turned yet. His base is the ones that climbed over that wall. His base is the ones that disrupt America. His base is the ones that got banning them, saying, "Hey, people are gonna go to jail if you don't get reelected." So they're gonna really do that.
So who do you feel like the next term candidates will be? Who do you think? I know you're saying
Trump and Vance.
So Vance gonna be president.
Yeah, and Trump will be vice president.
You think Erica's gonna marry Vance? You think?
Yeah, he already fucking. Yeah, he already fucking. They were before Charlie got killed.
Charles is a whino.
Yeah, they were fucking.
Charleston is a whino.
Before Charlie got killed. What you talking about?
She said that, man. I feel like it's a play and it's a setup to get people comfortable with it when it comes out, because I'm like, when he said, like, he's trying to make up a reason as to why, like, the differences between him and his wife, like, you know, do I want Usha to convert to Christianity? I do. But if she doesn't, we got to sit down and have a conversation. What conversation is that? A divorce conversation? And Erica is just lonely. She's just, you know, she's a damsel in distress. And
this is a whole plan. This is a whole plan housewife. This ain't a woman who married the love of her life. This is a whole plan housewife who was put together for an arranged marriage, and she get benefits. Whole woman
put together for arranged marriage. I agree. I totally agree. Keep on talking, Officer Charlston.
Benefits. The benefits can just be attention. A lot of attention. Shower with attention. How happy. Why they whole waking up taking pictures every day? They just want attention. There's no reward for what they do online, just attention and likes. So that's a hole that used to be in Trump's America shit, right? This should be in the past. Yeah. Put on that, sick on Charlie. Charlie was picked by the old white man who put the money behind Turning Point. That's why she's the face of Turning Point. White people think good deeds.
Who picked you, Charleston?
Make up for bad actions. And it don't. Good deeds don't get you to heaven. White people really believe that. So that's why they do good things. Volunteer, give money, donate. So the things they did after Charlie's death, almost show they guilty. We're gonna put his face on the penny. We're gonna put his face on the penny. And now they took the penny out the market. And don't even mention, so the things that they were trying, man, I don't believe shit.
We don't even cover politics on this platform. This is funny.
Yeah, so yeah,
this is messy too.
Yeah, man, so I tuned out then, because I know it's a play.
Okay.
Because if you look behind the curtain in the veil, there were so many laws that bound America and Israel together forever, that'll make us the world's enemy, because Israel is not friendly to people.
What makes them not friendly to people? I mean, I know with the Palestine and Gaza.
They're cruel to us. They're cruel to America. So a lot of what's being done to us is to force us to continue to aid Israel. They make so much money off us, and we still aid them. Only for them to hurt us, people like we get hurt. And we take the side of the wrong rather than right, and go out in the rest of the world and try to make other countries kill dictators, kill Muammar Gaddafi, kill Saddam Hussein, and partner with Israel while they do the same thing that real other dictators are doing. The rest of the world.
Are those not my talking points? Have those not been my talking points for 10 years on this internet?
Or have they nuclear weapons and bombs pointed at America and only America? They sick our shit. And Israel's too. The Jews control the banking system, except in North Korea and Russia and China.
Certain parts of this program have been removed to
It's too late.
I figured that America's not going to be able to
yeah. They should have released this before the election, and he wouldn't have been reelected. Guaranteed.
But they thought they were gonna put him in jail or bankrupt him so he wouldn't get no money.
They thought it would assassinate the character of the president. The president don't care about the character nor the image of the president. He's doing unfinished business and getting back at the people that tried to get him. And that's it.
So it has nothing to do with our well-being.
No.
Welfare.
That's why the tariffs did what they did. The government shut down. That's to punish the American people. Why they do what they do.
Why are we not talking about the fact that Trump lied about the Epstein files and said that there is no Epstein files, huh? Where's the questions at, Tasha?
Well, the things that they give us in media isn't information. It isn't facts. It's propaganda that's been screwed for whatever audience that watches this. That's why MSNBC, CNN, and Fox are all saying three totally different things for a conservative or a liberal. These are talking points to distract American people of what's really going on.
So do you feel like, what do you see America in the next 50 years?
A tourist country like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and our conditions are going to be like what we see when we go over there in the third world countries. Yeah.
Yeah. Super poor. Our conditions is going to be like a third world country. Yeah. That ain't no lie. Y'all don't see it happening right in front of our faces. The window of opportunity, I keep telling y'all that it's closing. The one thing that we had that made billions of dollars was the music industry. And all those artists was making billions of dollars. And they ran through that money. Never brought none of that money back to the ghetto when nobody's smiling. Now, the music industry is being suppressed. And the crazy part about it is, now that everybody's running over to YouTube, you think they're going to let everybody eat? You think they're not purposely suppressing niggas' numbers? First of all, black people wasn't even supposed to be on the YouTube like that and know that we could get money off of YouTube like that. I'm the nigga that came over here and started running my big mouth. Other content creators was getting big, but they wasn't telling the black section that black people can make money too. Then you get black people over here that's running through millions, running through that money. Money coming so fast. Now they pump the brakes on it. Oh, they pumping the brakes. Y'all niggas is a fool. If you believe that we only got 1,600 people in this building watching, matter of fact, while you here, hit the like button. Y'all want me to continue on with this live? Hit the like button. Because believe me, this is just the first half of this live. I could keep going. I got so much shit that I ain't even play for y'all, and I ain't even talking about Tasha K. At this point, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of I can't even listen to another word that come out of Charlston White's mouth. Y'all better run them likes up. Catch this algorithm right in this lie. I guarantee you we got more people in this building than 1,600 people playing with these goddamn numbers like that. This shit is disgusting. We shouldn't be live on this channel with no less than 10,000 people in attendance. Truth of the matter is, I believe that they playing with the numbers because they stealing from niggas. The money is still coming through because the commercials are still playing, right? If you was watching this live and the commercial came on, press 1. If you didn't see no commercial, press 2. And if you could press 1 and press 2, you can hit the goddamn like button.
That's really dramatic.
Yeah. This is going to be a tourist country. Tourism.
Do you feel like the government's still going to be taking care of the people?
No. The government just showed you what they feel about their people. When they was willing to keep this motherfucker closed down, knowing people are starving.
What countries do you feel are safe for Americans?
This is the deep part. Very, very deep. Because this is where Tasha K is asking good questions. Because Charlston White is letting you know that America is not going to be safe for black people. And we already seeing that. We already seeing that. There's a witch hunt getting ready to happen in America. And y'all niggas is not paying attention. That's why they getting rid of the Mexicans and the Haitians and the Jamaicans. Anybody that's an ally to us, y'all not paying attention. You don't see ICE running around getting rid of the Yugoslavians. You don't see them getting rid of the Russians. You don't see them getting rid of the Ukrainians. You see them getting rid of anything that's close to us, that could be cousins or kin to us. Y'all not, but they over here too. How you kicking people out of the country, but you going over to Africa and you bringing those the white Africans back to America, giving them asylum, huh? I thought y'all was tired of the illegals, the border jumpers. There's strength in numbers, and your numbers is being suppressed.
Islands. Yeah, islands.
Why
Haiti.
Okay. Americans could really rebuild Haiti.
Because that's gonna be our last place of refuge and then home. They're gonna run us out of America, and we're gonna have to go to Haiti. We're gonna be mistreated by the foreigners. They don't like us.
Are you talking about black people?
Yeah, your black people are gonna be black.
Did you hear what he just said? He's not lying about that. Y'all don't feel it? There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. Yeah. Y'all don't feel it? Charleston White is not in character right now.
People in white people, at some point, if it's in those 50 years, are going to have to exit America. America don't run America. America don't own America right now. It's too many tongues here. There's 99 different tongues here. So there used to be a time in America, every business was closed on Christmas. Not anymore. Them Asians, them Arabs, them Palestinians, them Russians.
They don't celebrate that.
They don't close on the white man holidays. This is no longer the white man's country. That's why they're trying to run everybody out of it. They can come over here and get things that the average black American and average white American can't get from our government. Our government sent aid to their countries, but won't aid us in negotiating our health and our food, two of the most important elements of our existence. But we'll aid them in anything that they're doing in other countries, billions of aid. So America have already been bought and sold to either foreign corporations or foreign establishments or lobbyists who have foreign interests by way of free trade. So China have already positioned themselves to run America. How? They got a law that says you can't do anything to Asians, like an Asian hate bill. You can't do nothing to people. Nothing.
I remember that when that shooter went around.
The Asians done bought up most of the farmland, most of the water springs, the rivers, and they even got bases in land rather next to army bases. I was the first to teach y'all and tell y'all years ago that China had a military base in a police station right in Little China in Manhattan. And last year, it finally got closed down. Like, y'all opening up your own police stations and military bases in America? Yeah. It's getting real in the battlefield. And see, black people are entertained. We're entertained. Stupid. Look at the stuff. Yo. White conversations versus black conversations. Should I save that for part 2 of this live, or should I keep going? I tell you what, I'll let y'all decide. Y'all better run them likes up. Or me, I'm going to take a break and come back and go live again at 5 o'clock, because believe me, I got a fully loaded clip of conversations. I'm just getting started. It is what it is. Y'all better run them likes up on that like button. Stop playing. I got a fully loaded clip. Papa Doc been talking about this. Shout out to Papa Doc. I remember when he first came on the scene. I like the I don't really watch the brother much because I don't really be getting his notifications, but I do like the brother.
The most valuable currency you have are the relationships you have, your friends. In my opinion, she's burned every bridge she's ever been associated with. Whether that's Turning Point USA, whether that's the Daily Wire, whether that's PragerU, Charlie Kirk, Steven Crowder. I don't know what's going on even in this room, but it's not like we're loving what she's doing these days. I'm asking you a serious question. Who are her friends at this point?
Well,
To
I
me,
do
she's
think
very lonely.
No, I think she's very close with Tucker. I do think she has.
How many more can you name, though? Other than Tucker,
Yeah.
genuine question. I'm not trying to throw her under the bus. Who's Candace's friends? Who are her allies? Can we name a name? Anyone?
Oh,
Anyone?
she's got more than you would believe.
Name a name.
No, she's got a lot of them.
I'm sure that there's
She does.
Twitter army out there.
Yeah, she
But
is.
what famous names advocates are saying, I'm with Candace? Tucker, maybe?
Why was Champion
else?
Style TV deleted?
No,
I can't name one.
First thing I'd like to clarify is I have never been friends with Steven Crowder. I just feel like that is really not good dirt to throw on my name. I just have better intuition than that. Secondly, my friend Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck, hence the reason we're doing this entire podcast investigation into what actually happened on that day. Now, you seem to be naming employers regarding the Daily Wire. I am still friends with every single one of my colleagues that I was friends when I went in there. And yeah, when you leave a job, you don't tend to hang out with management on your way out. So I'm not sure what you're referencing here. If you mean that I am not one of those basic bitches who needs to post every second of when I'm hanging out with people so that people think that I'm cool and I'm surrounded by individuals, you would be right. Because I'm a person who grew up on Kanye West's music, and it's so funny that I was blasting his early music, one of his first songs, All Falls Down, and he speaks about this. This is how they create the Matrix. Insecure men speak like that, okay? They want people who are insecure to allow terrible things to happen because they say, well, you can hang out with me. You can hang out. All you have to do is just not talk about the Epstein files, and you might get invited to Mar-a-Lago. Don't you want to be invited to Mar-a-Lago? Don't you want to go to Mar-a-Lago? Then why don't you look away when we talk about children being abused? It's so weird. Like, don't you want to have, like, really all of the invites to Mar-a-Lago? And you can hang out and get dressed up and hang out with cool people in Hollywood if you just look the other way when children are being abused. This is that mentality, okay? It's disgusting, it's gross, but more importantly, it is insecure. So I want to remind you guys that your real friends do not need to be famous, okay? My best friends are not famous, and you should be close with your family. You should have real value in your life. Part of the Matrix requires you to have this sort of instinct to think celebrities are cool and that they glitter and they're golden. The majority of them are pretty effed up and drunk. That's the reality.
You see how powerful Candace Owens is? Her passion when she talk. Now let me give you your boy. Because there's a war going on outside. And he just made that clear. But this is what he's doing on the internet. Y'all ready? On the march? The set? Go.
Crip and Bloods, you niggas ain't
shit. Your mama ain't shit, and your kids ain't shit. Matter of fact, Blueface, fuck your dead homies. Fuck your dead homies. On dead homies. You niggas lie on your dead homies more than anybody. You niggas claiming cities your mamas don't even own houses in. Your mother is a renter, is a leaser. And you claiming a block the bitch don't even live on no more. I piss on Nipsey up the rolling 60, neighborhood crip nip, fuck neighborhood nip. Y'all been hollering a marathon continue. Where's the marathon continue? Y'all ain't wear marathon shirts no more. So I mean Nipsey Hussle too. His daughter turned into a little slutty little bitch out there. She went back to her mama. Cause she don't want to be with Black Sam with their mahogany shit. She want to rep the LA shit. So she gonna begin to, she gonna get down with the C. They gonna tap into her little pussy too. Nip little dog. Them 60s niggas gonna fuck her too. Cause they fuck everybody. So what do you niggas represent Hoovers for? What do Hoovers do besides fuck other boys in prison? Gumby, you told a story. Your leader tried to fuck you. Everybody know the Hoovers rape boys. Hoover Crips are known for raping other gang members. What the fuck you niggas want to be down with that shit for? Y'all look retarded, stupid. You niggas is granddaddies.
And you not?
Niggas is granddaddies. Your grandkids ain't been to the zoo. You didn't take them to the fair. They getting a free lunch today. They gonna be hungry when they get out of school. And guess what? Paw ain't even got a truck. You niggas is the granddaddies with no trucks. Look how shame, man. You niggas, you down to Paw with no trucks. I don't mind all. He 50 something. These is the granddaddy.
Did y'all listen to him? If he up here beefing with Blueface, how do you just switch over and start attacking again Nipsey Hussle? How do you beef with a nigga that's been dead for years and died in the most tragic way? And then that wasn't good enough. Decide to go attack his daughter that never did nothing to you. And y'all praise this nigga. Because y'all can't see that he's desperate to go viral to keep you distracted away from the real topics. And every once in a while, the nigga come say some real shit to mesmerize, and y'all don't even realize that it be the CIA and FBI that be making him go viral all over Instagram and all over TikTok.
Who can't take you fishing? Papa, can we, you guys, come on, my nigga. You wouldn't say that if you was alive. You wouldn't say that if he was alive. I did say he was alive. I watched him get killed, nigga. I watched the bitch ass nigga get killed. He wasn't tough. What make y'all think Nipsey Hussle was tough? And we watched.
What makes us think that you was tough? We watched you get smacked in a barbershop and hide behind your wife. We watched you get smacked, and ran right behind your wife. And then you want to sell people a lie talking about, yeah, you caught an assault case that nobody saw. You couldn't fight your way out of a paper bag. You was hiding behind your wife. Now you expect everybody to believe that you tough? I wish you would see a nigga smack me and I stand behind my wife. You ride around with all those guns. I caught an assault case. Well, what did you do? We ain't hear nothing about a nigga getting shot. You ain't fight on camera. We supposed to believe you fought. Nigga, your wife had the broom. You ain't even grabbed the broom and hit a nigga. You couldn't beat Nipsey Hussle, my nigga. And you can't, nigga, and people got to stop with that. I done seen some of the illest killers get killed. Just because somebody turned your TV off don't mean you ain't a killer. Just because a nigga turned your TV off don't mean you don't get busy. You can't win every war.
I can get hold out by a set. Nigga, if you tough, your set don't hold you out. They ain't hold.
Disgusting. Look at the difference. I want y'all to sit back and analyze the difference between white conversations and black conversations, right? The difference between white conversations and black conversations.
The mass of the Venezuelan people are now armed, and they are waiting for a Yankee invasion, which Donald Trump, the peace president, the no new wars president, the man who wanted to talk and negotiate on 8 or was it 12 different wars, the man that was ready to talk to the little rocket man, Kim Jong-un, the man that was able to negotiate with the Ansar Allah armed forces in the Yemen, the man that was ready to talk to Iran is not ready to talk to President Nicolas Maduro. He says he is, but only to tell him that it would be better if he now left the country before President Trump was forced to kill him. Well, if I tell you that Venezuela may well have acquired a nuclear weapon in the course of these months that Donald Trump has been threatening it, you'd realize just how dangerous and how close the world would then be, if that turned out to be the case, would then be to a nuclear exchange in the Americas. Russia is a close ally of Venezuela. So is China. So is Iran. And so is the DPRK, North Korea. And it is reported by sources that the DPRK have provided President Maduro and the legitimate government of Venezuela with a nuclear weapon, which they may use in defense of their country if Donald Trump invades it. Now, I have no way of knowing the veracity of that story, but I do, of course, know that if they have such a weapon, Venezuela would be entirely legally entitled to use it. Donald Trump's pretext for invading a sovereign country, violating for weeks, if not months, the sovereign waters of that country, illegally declaring a no-fly zone over that country, telling all aircraft not to fly, beginning a series of terrorist attacks against the infrastructure of Venezuela, and openly from the Oval Office, threatening to invade Venezuela, gives Venezuela the absolute right of self-defense with any means necessary. Do people understand that?
You see the difference between white conversations and black conversations? You see the difference? Let me show you the difference, right?
Hey, Blueface, I saw your little video. At first, I wasn't down. Normally, I work with well-endowed, well-hung professionals, and you haven't really proven yourself. I don't know what it looks like. But after a long conversation with my husband here, I've decided that I'm willing to make an exception. You have 2 weeks. That should be enough time to get tested, to get your stamina up, to just get all around prepared. I want you showered. You, me, a cameraman, and my husband sitting in a little chair in the corner watching us. Let's go.
Let's go.
He's in the black section. A white man in the black section. So he's getting his wife ready, giving Blueface 2 weeks to go get tested to make sure he ain't got an STD so he can sleep with his wife. You see the difference between white conversations and black conversations? Because right now he's in the black section, bringing nothing but confusion. See the difference between the white conversations and the black conversations?
And what do you have to do to get Americans to support a war? Well, you have to create American deaths, right? So we send peacekeepers, armed American military personnel in American uniforms to be in these high-tension areas of conflict. And then, boom, the trap is set, the bait's in the water, you're fishing, you're trolling. It's only a matter of time before people in their native homeland get tired of the American war empire forcing its agenda upon them at the end of a taxpayer-funded gun barrel. Then one of these U.S. military installations that just gets popped up like a local Starbucks or a Taco Bell or an Arby's does in our strip mall economy gets attacked, or some convoy gets ambushed and Americans die. Then the media's like, oh my God, they're killing Americans, they're killing Americans. And then, of course, every American cheers on going back to war with the Sand People. So when you see Donald Trump deploying U.S. National Guard troops to the streets of Washington, D.C., and all of a sudden 2 of them get popped off, and this guy's last name happens to be something that you cannot pronounce because he's a Muslim from one of these SAM countries, and Americans are like, yeah, put more troops on the street. Then you start looking into who these people are, and you already know because ISIS and Al-Qaeda and Hezbollah and Hamas, they're all creations of the intel community. They're all creations of the Mossad and the CIA, which effectively are the same thing. So after a certain period of time, when you've deployed these U.S. National Guard troops and some random radical Islamic extremist Muslim terrorist hasn't just executed them in broad daylight, you just deploy one of your CIA assets to do that. And they're just quickly identified. It's like it's a miracle. It's great work that's done by our intel community and our federal law enforcement apparatus, just like on 9/11 when they dug up the passports and were able to quickly identify the radical Islamic extremist terrorists that hijacked the planes. Thomas Crooks was on the top of that building. The lone gunman was Tyler Robinson from 143 yards with his grandfather's .30-06. So now you have a Muslim with previous experience serving in the Afghan army alongside U.S. troops in Afghanistan for a 20-year calamity, all of a sudden shooting 2 National Guardsmen at point-blank range in broad daylight just 2 blocks from the White House. Just like with COVID-19, they're giving you the problem, they're giving you the virus, and they're giving you the solution. They're giving you the inoculation. And just like Americans cheered on lockdowns, just like they cheered on the shots, go get the shot. It's the nice thing to do. It's the loving thing to do. It's the American thing to do. To protect other people. Get the vaccine to protect other people. So we gotta go to war. They're waging war against Americans on U.S. soil. We have to go and get the SAM people in the SAM countries before they force Sharia law onto us here in America. Don't you understand? But I'm sure it's all just a coincidence. The same week that 2 National Guardsmen are shot in broad daylight by a brown-skinned radical Islamic extremist Muslim terrorist, Laura Loomer is warning of a 9/11 style attack. The Muslim Brotherhood is declared a terrorist organization, and a Jewish chaos agent called Jake Lang is deployed to Dearborn, Michigan to agitate Muslims while he LARPs as a Christian nationalist. It all reeks of false flag.
See the difference in the conversations?
Believe me, the Venezuelans will fight, and their children will fight, and their children will fight, because these are the people of Simon Bolivar. They did not seek to unite Latin America. They did not drive out the Spanish colonizer so that a Yankee colonizer could take their place, so that their oil, their gold, their minerals, their precious things, their precious land and waters can be exploited by Donald Trump's cronies. Are you crazy? You must be if you think that this is not going to turn into a Latin Vietnam. I've been watching a lot of movies about Vietnam this week. It's true that the United States was able to deal devastating.
He said a Latin Vietnam. A Latin Vietnam. Isn't it amazing how Trump is getting ready to go to war with a Spanish country? With a Spanish country, while he's running the Spanish, the Mexicans out of the country, the Haitians out. Y'all don't get it? All of the people of color is where he at war. He stopped the war in Ukraine with Russia, but now his war is amongst who? The brown people. Y'all still don't get it, huh?
Violence on Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos. They were, from the sky, well able to eviscerate millions of human beings, to soak the jungles of Vietnam with chemical weapons and napalm, setting the jungles alight, and the deforestation and the birth defects caused by these chemical weapons still visible in the maternity wards of Vietnam today. It's true. The United States knocked hell out of Vietnam, but Vietnam prevailed. And the United States Armed Forces, and you cannot conquer a country without boots on the ground, suffered 58,000 dead Yankees in Vietnam. hundreds of thousands of wounded, physically and mentally. Millions of crimes and suicides committed over the rest of the lives of the people who never recovered from being a U.S. soldier in Vietnam. Prepare yourselves for all of that again. I promise you, Donald, I promise you that.
Listen to the conversations, though. Let me show y'all something, right? Because I don't think y'all be understanding what I be like. Listen to the conversations coming from 50-year-old black men. I use celebrity gossip to lure you niggas in. These niggas, well, let me let Mano speak for itself. Because there's a method to my madness, my nigga.
Sometimes I get into a mode with a nigga and I whisper to the nigga and say, tonight I want to see you use that gun.
You whisper that?
The fuck is...
Can we get a timeout? We
need a commercial break. We need a commercial break.
That's the craziest.
That's one of the craziest ones I ever heard in my life. Gun is a pause.
30-second commercial break.
I want to see you use that gun tonight. It's commercial break worthy.
So he went and he sat around his house and he thought to himself, what could I say to shake up the internet? What stupid buffoonery shit could this 50-year-old nigga say? This 50-year-old nigga that's too old to go back to jail, who does not want to go back to jail. I had talks with Mano, plenty of talks with Mano, plenty of conversations with Mano on the phone. He doesn't even talk about the penitentiary because he's so above that and he grew. But he wants his legal driver to shoot somebody tonight. This is what the black section of YouTube is looking like. This is what my competition is. So when I try to wake y'all up, remember, they spend billions of dollars to keep niggas dumb. This is the black section of YouTube versus the white section of YouTube. While I'm sitting up here and I'm fighting to give y'all knowledge and information, this is the black section of YouTube.
Nobody listen to New York rappers but New York rappers. That's why them niggas ain't in the charts like us down here. That's why Atlanta and the South been ruling for what, the last 20, 30 years?
Well, New Yorkers feel if you don't know who Max B is, you're uncultured. Do you agree with that?
Most people are uncultured. We don't eat pizza that they eat. We don't go to the bodegas. We don't know battle rap, so we're very uncultured compared to New York. Don't nobody, like Pimp C say, we don't play that bullshit down here. Actually, we don't play that bullshit down here, nigga. Put y'all records on one side of a store, put our records on another side of a store, and see who sell the most, nigga. Don't nobody listen to that bullshit, nigga. Nobody listen to New York rappers but New York rappers. That's why them niggas ain't in the charts like us down here. That's why Atlanta and the South been ruling for what, the last 20, 30 years? Cause we're uncultured, nigga. We got a southern culture that we embrace, and Timberlands ain't part of it. Being cold in the snow with fur around our heads, that ain't our culture, my nigga. We play outside at Christmas time and shout. We don't know about Puerto Ricans. We don't know about the Statue of Liberty. We didn't smell the dust from the Twin Towers. So we ain't tuned in to that New York shit, my nigga. We respect it, we salute it, but y'all on the island, nigga. That's why y'all got Rockers Island. I am a hip-hop expert. His music have never been played outside of New York. We don't know who Max B is. Don't know who he is, what he home for. Don't know what he was in prison for. Nigga, we from the South.
If you don't know him, why you talking about him? But yet and still, I'm not even, if you want to see my response to that, you got to go to that video, because I'm only just trying to make a point. I'm trying to show you the black section of YouTube versus the white section of YouTube. Can you hear the difference already?
Nigeria and Venezuela, countries on different continents, but yet we're about to get involved heavily in both. Let's talk about it. Nigeria is Africa's largest oil producer, and now the U.S. is threatening military action over religious violence. But at the exact same time, Nigeria is beginning to explore different oil deals with different partners without using USD, the United States dollar. Connect the dots. Oil nation plus currency changes and shifts equal pressure. Now let's look at Venezuela. Trump recently said that the airspace should be closed. That is a massive escalation. It's being framed as protecting national security, but again, Venezuela is one of the world's largest producers of oil. And who do they sell their oil to? China, Russia, Iran, not our allies. And when you throw in everything right now that's going on in the Caribbean Sea and closing down the airspace, it's likely strikes are going to start very soon. Now, what do these two countries have in common? For one, the oil. Duh, we know that. Nigeria is reconsidering the dollar dependency, which is going to drop the value of the dollar. Venezuela has stopped using the dollar years ago already, but has strong ties to BRICS and BRICS nations. So both countries have major oil reserves. Both countries have growing relationships with BRICS and or BRICS members. Not to mention the president of Venezuela was voted out years ago and refused to step down. I don't even know how that happens. And a lot of people in Venezuela are for what's going on because they want to get rid of the dictator. A lot of people in Nigeria is a poor country and it should not be due to their oil reserves. Due to the massive amounts of government corruption, a lot of the people there see it too. So now both countries are labeled dangerous, unstable, and in need of intervention. Sounds like they need some freedom. The real issue though is the dollar, USD. The petrodollar is America's backbone. Oil prices in USD equals global dominance. So what happens if countries start using currencies other than the USD? The dollar weakens, the United States control weakens, and the power shift globally turns to BRICS nations, China and Russia. So it's rarely ever about saving Christians, stopping terrorism. The narrative may change, but the motive never will. So when oil moves, currency moves. When currencies move, empires begin to panic. As always, follow the money. What are your thoughts on this? Love you, bye.
See the difference in the conversations? There are people to wake you up, educate you, put you on high alert. And then there's people that'll dumb you down and keep you stupid.
That's a suburban culture for where we at. Those is big boy trucks right there. Those are big boy cars.
Yeah, you're so funny with that. We ain't from suburban. You not only live in the suburbs. I hate when you do this shit.
I lived in the suburbs.
A long time. About 30
years.
They're a long time. Real nice neighborhoods.
Very nice neighborhoods.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway,
I'm just a hood booger by nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I
what
try
makes,
to stick to my roots
that's
as much
what
as
makes
possible.
it greater when I turn on Instagram and see you running around. I'm like, Jim woke up and drove right.
He's choosing to do this.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
And
yeah, he woke up and purposely drove to the ghetto, somewhere that he refuses to live. But he must keep his feet planted in the grounds in the ghetto. Why? What agency you working for? You see the difference between the conversations? It's a no-brainer.
Fox News alert, B-52 bombers are flying off the coast of Venezuela. Trump's not bluffing. Right now, more than 10,000 U.S. soldiers are built up in the Caribbean, on ships in Puerto Rico, locked and loaded. Special operations helicopters were just seen flying 90 miles from Venezuela's coast. The chopper units used by Delta Force, Navy SEALs, and the Green Berets. The Black Ops were spotted off the coast of Trinidad. They're very important for search and rescue missions. Also spotted little birds, They're smaller but faster, designed for quick insertion of special operators behind enemy lines. The Ghost was also confirmed to be in the Caribbean. That's the nickname for MV Ocean Trader. It's the kind of ship that doesn't want to be found. It's designed for black ops and special missions because it's dark and blends in with cargo. There's more. 10% of the U.S. naval power is now in the region. It's a major shift. There's subs, several destroyers, and F-35 fighters in Puerto Rico. That's on top of all the coke boats getting smoked to pieces by the week. Kilos of cocaine are washing ashore. Don't tell Hunter. Dozens of bad hombres becoming shark bait. It's got Maduro's attention. He's the dictator of the narco state, a very bad hombre, and we just doubled the bounty on his head. It's now 50 mil. According to the New York Times, Maduro offered us a dominant stake in Venezuela's oil, gold, and mineral wealth and promised to cut ties with Russia and China. And Trump and Rubio said no. That tells me the gunboat diplomacy is going to end up with no Maduro and a Venezuela aligned with us, not Putin or Xi. American action in Latin America hasn't always ended well. Look at the Bay of Pigs. Other times, it's a piece of cake. It's our backyard, and Trump's just reestablishing the Monroe Doctrine, aka the Dunroe Doctrine. Hopefully, a Venezuelan general does the right thing and collects the $50 million bounty. No one wants a messy conflict in South America. Maduro controls drug traffickers who are pretty strapped. They have military-grade weapons, and Biden let hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans into the country. They could be activated. But if Trump can pull this off and kick China and Russia out of Venezuela, after what he did with the Iranians, it'll give him a lot of power to deter Russia and Ukraine and China and Taiwan.
See the difference between the black conversations and the white conversations? But shout out to my boy Gotham. I like what he's doing out there. A lot of similarities to what I'm doing. And he always trying to wake people up and have a decent conversation.
Look, peep this, right? Why when you talk to black people, when you talk about the destruction of the community and the black people, how much we hate each other, the shit we do to each other, the first thing they're going to do is direct you back to slavery. Yo, it's the slavery. They taught us to hate each other, the Willie Lynch, and they whooped us and made us submit and turned us against each other. And you be listening, you be like, all right. But then when you think about it, you like, how is that? If in 1865 we got out of slavery and black people was together when we got out, from 1870 to 1900, that was the Black 400. The Black 400, we super wealthy, black people. Right after that, 1906 is Black Wall Street, Greenwood. That was built all the way to 1921, they bombed it. Guess what? 2 years later, it was up, back, rebuilt, flourishing. Same old shit. It lasted all the way to integration, right? But even rewind, 1930s, the Great Depression. Guess who bailed Cadillac out when they was going bankrupt? Black people. We was wealthy. Black doctors, black lawyers, black whatever. We was buying cars through white people because they wouldn't sell to us. We was giving them extra money, and then when they was about to go bankrupt, they figured out all the cars that was being bought was really black people. No, we got to sell to them directly. And guess what? We got them out of their bankruptcy. We was wealthy. Now, fast forward. Black Wall Street lasted all the way to integration, 1965. Now, this is where I think the change came in at. When the drugs, when they started letting us out from Vietnam, from 1965, 1977, it was really over. But look at the numbers, just in New York. Like, look, 1965, you see the murder rate? Now look all the way to 1977. You see the jump? Now go all the way down to 1985. Because that's when crack hit New York. Not 83 hit LA. Look at the murder rate. And then from there on, look how that shit keep going up. But look before, like when the drugs, when the heroin and all that, before it really hit, it wasn't that. So was it the drugs that made us hate each other? The greed, all of the shit that came? Because it couldn't have possibly been slavery. Because we was sticking together all the way after slavery. We still loved each other. We still had love for each other. But something changed between 1950, 60s, all the way, and I believe it's the drugs. Coming from Nome, heroin, and then it led to the crack epidemic, and from there we was fucked ever since. I don't think it was the slavery.
Ghetto gospel.
It was a mixture of a lot of things. And one of the things that helped to break us was the fact that we started being in competition with each other. Instead of us working towards a black Wall Street, what happened was, I told you about that the days of slavery, where you had the house Negro and you had the field Negro. So now, when you got sports, music industry, actors, the doctors and the dentists used to live in the same neighborhood as us. So the elite got smart and they decided, nah, we can't have the elevated amongst the peasants. We have to separate them. So they separate our scholars, our sportsmen, anybody that was somebody was recruited through their fraternal orders or through their dollar bills. So now they put us in different classes. Once they put us in classes, it did the same thing as religion did, divide and conquer. Once they removed the elevated or the successful away from us, because remember, there was a time when Muhammad Ali, remember when Mike Tyson said to Mayweather, you will never be the people's champ because you can't walk the community the way Ali did? That's what they did. They removed their puppets from us. Because successful people used to live amongst us. Now the successful people get the hell out of Dodge because our communities became uncontrollable, on top of the fact that they pay them a salary to fit a better living. And ain't nobody that could afford a better living going to choose to live in the projects. Can I get an amen? Who the hell in their right mind going to choose to live in the projects in a tenement building with a fire escape for the rest of their life? Forever? Forever, ever? Forever, ever? Not me. I don't want to go outside where there's being crack sold in the hallway.
In the 1970s, they decided to make the black man economically irrelevant to the black woman. So in the 70s, that's when they went into the high schools of Cleveland, the high schools of Cincinnati, the high schools of Columbus, and they took out all the industrial building trades. That's why in Black America today, there might only be 1 or 2 high schools where you can still learn how to be a plumber, a carpenter, a roofer, a welder, an electrician. 75 years ago, everybody graduated from high school with a skill. Our grandparents lived without a college degree better than we do now, because they had the skills that can pay the bills. In order to bankrupt the Black Power movement, they removed the skills training out the high school. They also removed the industries, the factories out the black communities and turned them into prisons. So the black man became economically irrelevant to the black woman. Then they infused the welfare programs in. The welfare programs was not to help black women and children. It was to help the black woman forget about the black man. 1980s, they dropped the crack off. So now black men suffering from not being able to provide, you could smoke the crack or you could sell the crack. They don't care. Either way, you're going to jail. That gave birth to Bill Clinton's 1994 crime bill, Democrat, who locked up more black people than any Republican president you can name. Then that lead us to the year 2000, George W. Bush, he drops off the FBI bomb, faith-based initiative. He started allowing black churches to qualify for federal money. And since the black churches started qualifying for federal money, a lot of black churches have retreated from the front line of civil rights struggle. That's why when you go to most black cities, it's hard to find a church that's at the forefront of fighting against miseducation, mass incarceration, police extermination, gentrification, and economic apartheid, because they're getting paid to stay out of it.
I have a chapter in the book called The War Against Black America. It's called Weaponizing the Poor, The War Against Black America. And I point out that the communists had been targeting the blacks since the 1920s. They've been at it since the beginning. And the last thing in the world they want is a happy, prosperous black community. They want them isolated, angry, feeling oppressed, because a happy, a content population is of no value to them.
None.
They use them. They use them.
And by the way, look at what the Nazis did with their program. You know, all the Germans that they targeted because their blood, Germans who were not Jewish, targeted because, you know, they weren't pure enough or whatever. And look at what Margaret Sanger and the Democrats were doing, right? With Bill Gates's father. What were they doing? I have a very great friend, Angela Stanton King, who has told me a lot about this, and all the people around her have told me about this, and they figured out there's a reason you have all these abortion clinics in black neighborhoods, and it's not for the benefit of the black people.
No.
It's not, and it is by design. It's not an accident. These things don't just randomly pop up in these places. Somebody put them there, and there was actual thought that went into that. And what was that thought? It was nefarious, and it was divisive, and it was filled with hate.
I like good conversations. It's okay sometimes to get caught up in a little bit of celebrity gossip, but I like good conversations. There's a lot of serious things going on in this world, and I need my people to be focused. We can have fun, but at the same time, I might crack a smile, but ain't a damn thing funny.
We have learned that the DC shooter was part of a CIA-backed secretive assassination program in Afghanistan. It's being reported by the New York Times. These squads were described as being death squads. These Zero units were funded, trained, and led by the CIA. And their atrocities are well documented. I have a long video plus a really long article on my Substack and my YouTube. I found case after case after case of murders, of executions of civilians done by these CIA-backed Zero units. The key takeaway is that the Zero units that this DC shooter was a part of were assassination units. I found so many of these stories where they would just go into a house, kill every military-aged male. Sometimes they would kill women, sometimes they would kill children. It's not conspiracy. It was reported by New York Times, Rolling Stones, ProPublica. Go to my Substack. All of my sources are cited there. And this was their standard operating procedure. This was why the CIA created them, so that they could do things that the U.S. government couldn't be officially involved with. And the CIA made promises to these guys. They said, we'll take care of you and your family if you do our dirty work. And now we have 10,000 former Zero unit members in the U.S. right now. The CIA brought them over after the fall of Afghanistan in 2021 and then just kind of said good luck. In April, another Afghan veteran who helped the U.S. and was relocated here got into a shootout with police. Listen to his words. Listen to the pain and frustration in his voice.
When I was serving you, with you liars, with you people with American standards.
I served as well, sir.
Yeah. So you brought me to this, you fucking people brought me to this goddamn country, and I'm dying every fucking single day, and I have 4 children, and we wholly survive because you're a fucking vicious people.
Okay. Subject keeps reaching for his weapon.
No, I'm not.
Now you want to give me that?
Hey, don't you reach it? No.
So to sum it up, the CIA trained a bunch of killers in Afghanistan. They set them loose on the country. They killed so many people, so many civilians, committed countless atrocities. And then when we abandoned the country, we brought a lot of them over to the U.S. and relocated them here. But they haven't been getting support. Their work permits expired in 2023. These Afghan veterans are having to go to nonprofits just to feed their young children. And now they're facing the fact that this administration wants to deport them all to a certain death in Afghanistan. It's a clusterfuck of our own making that no one is taking accountability for. And I'm almost certain that we're going to see more attacks like this because these CIA-trained killers have nothing to lose. They have no future to look forward to. They can't go back to Afghanistan. They can't survive in the U.S. What do we expect is going to happen?
Now that's a deep conversation. These are CIA trained assassins that was brought from their country into our country that can't go back to their country because they committed treason over there. So we stuck with evil running around. Meanwhile, the American Muslim, beautiful people, being targeted. The American Muslim are being targeted by white supremacy now. The American Muslim are not bothering anybody. They just want to go to the mosque and pray. But because the government brought these CIA-trained assassins over here, white supremacy doesn't care about the good Muslim. The good Muslim doesn't matter. When evil is hungry and looking for an appetite of destruction, well, who fooled? You fooled.
For the record, Islam is the only non-Christian faith that makes it an article of faith to believe in Jesus, to believe in Jesus Christ. No Muslim can be a Muslim except that they believe in Jesus Christ. And we also believe that he was one of the most mightiest messengers to ever be sent by Allah. We believe that he was born miraculously without male intervention. No man touched his mother, like how the Jews believed that his mother was a prostitute. Wa'udhu billah. We also believe that he is the Messiah. And we also believe that every miracle that he did was done only by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see the difference, the main difference between Muslims and Christians is about the issue of divinity when it comes to Jesus. And we deny his crucifixion. We deny that he is God. We deny that he is almighty. We deny all of the accusations that the Christians put upon him about being God, son of God. We reject it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said in the Quran, إِنَّ مَثَلَ عِيسَى عِنْدَ اللَّهِ كَمَثَلِ آدَمَ خَلَقَهُ مِنْ تُرَابٍ ثُمَّ قَالَ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُنْ. That the example of Jesus before Allah is the same as Adam. He created him from dirt and said to him, be, and he was. Y'all Christians need to understand that Muslims and Christians, we are similar. And I will say this with all due respect. Any practicing Muslim that you know that prays 5 times a day, that fasts the month of Ramadan, the women amongst the Muslims that wear the hijab, those who actually abide by the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I would say respectfully, any practicing Muslim that you know is more Christian than any Christian you know. And that's a fact. Because the word Christian means a one who follows the teachings of Jesus Christ. And watch yourself as a Christian, not your belief. I'm talking about your actions, what you do. Look at the way that you pray and look at the way that Jesus prayed. Look at the way that you fast and look at the way that Jesus fasts. Look at the way that the mother of Jesus covered herself and look at the way that your women cover themselves. Get me started, akhiyani. Relax. Please. For the love of Allah. Barakallahu feekum.
So to sum it up for you slow people, the Muslim brother is basically saying that the same way you guys are waiting for the return of Jesus, they believe in Jesus too. It shouldn't matter to you what another person believe in. And especially in this country, this hypocritical country called America, where people say that they're Christian, but don't practice nothing that Jesus practiced. Most of you people that claim to be Christians, you don't live like Jesus. Jesus left his house to go sit with the unfortunate, the poor. He brought the gospel to the poor. All you see is people getting on the internet and going out in the world and criticizing each other. That's not Christ-like. Let people believe in what they want to believe in. What I eat, this apple, if I eat it, it ain't going to make you shit. And what you eat don't make me shit. Let people believe in what they want to believe in. And stop letting this system teach us to hate each other. My prayers don't affect you. And your prayers don't affect me. Sooner or later, when evil throws its switch, it is going to have people in America hating people because of what they believe in. The real enemy, we already know who they are. Those are the ones that's in power. They control everything. They own everything. We can't even get around them. We can't even talk about them. Because if we say something about them, then we can't feed our family. Those are the ones that cut the check. It is what it is, man. Y'all stay tuned for my next live. We might go live again at 5. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. I'm out.